here. Let's see what's going on. Apparently it's working. Oh no, hold on. Gotta get the music rolling here. Back to the beginning. Let's put the show back up here. Where the bleep is it? I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. There we go. Oh, there's 5 of you here already. Oh, hello, 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 and welcome. All right, let's have a look. Let's get the crazy board out here. All right, let's move over. Let's gonna get to the show. Let's put the show up. Crazy board out here. So we're gonna have to. It's gonna be a little bit nutty tonight. I'm just gonna let you know. Bear with me. What have we got? Guada. Hello. Good evening. Aquarius. Hey. Hope you're doing okay with all these planets going on. Dostoevsky's here. Dostoevsky. Yay. Hey, Precious. Hey, Precious. Good evening. M. Knox, good to know you're back. I think you got a reading just recently, I think. Hey, Sweet Basil. Hi. I'm trying to catch up. It's filling up very fast. Sorry. Hey, Cha Edwin. Good evening and welcome. I'm just grabbing names as they come up. Stephanie Scott. Oh my God, Stephanie. I'm just going to say Stephanie. Okay, let's just go for it. I want to do the checklist. I want to just get everybody checked in, all right? Sharon Teo. Good evening, Sharon Teo. All righty. And Red Hot Deep Squat. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to call you Red Hot, okay? I hope you don't mind. Abby's in the house. Thank you, Abby. I'm probably going to need somebody to prop me up tonight. Sweet Sarah. Hi, Sweet Sarah. Nice to know you're here. Welcome. You sound like a newbie. Lorelei. Lorelei, what a name. That's like a magical name out of a movie, isn't it? Like one of those, like, Red Deep Squat. Bodybuilding, of course. Obviously. Duh. Favorite. Hello, Favorite. I hope you can help out tonight too, Favorite, because it's going to be a bit of a, let's say, an improv thing tonight. Let's put it that way. Courtney. Hey, Chrissy. Let's put down Chrissy and Courtney. I'm trying to keep up. Brady Boyd, Brady and Aaron. Brady B and Aaron. Aaron, welcome. Hi. Path Traveler. Hey. Good evening. Hi, Path Traveler. How are you? Nice to see you here. Thanks. I didn't spell it right. I'm kind of goofed up at the moment. Delia. Hi, Delia. Good evening. Yes, I know you've been here plenty of times. Thank you so much. Emma Hall. I think you've been here before. Are you from England, Emma Hall? Miss Emma Hall? Are you from England? Valerie Bradshaw. Valerie. Thanks, Valerie. I'm just going to give you the story in a little minute here because I'm feeling better. Yeah, but it's with deep assistance, I'm telling you. So let's have a look. What do we got here? Katie. Hello, Katie. Good evening and welcome, Katie Elizabeth. Okay, that's very, very classy name. Thank you. Good evening. Lena. Hi, Lena. Thank you for the support. Lena. No green effects. Okay. All right. I'm not going to argue with that. Oh, you're from Virginia, USA. Okay. It sounds like a very British name. Emma Hall. Sounds like you're from a Jane Austen novel. So there you go. So we got a few people here tonight. Thank you so much. I hope I got most of the names so far. I'm going to put on some music just to say hello. And then keep checking in a couple of things here. So give me a moment, okay? So dance amongst yourselves. I want to check your feet, things. I'll be right back. Stay there. Shirley. Come alive before the sun does rise. When the sun does rise, I reach out for the skies. Opening my hands to welcome the day. Gathering the sun's rays before I'm on my way. Healing vibrations rattle through my soul. Shaking out the poisons, making me whole. Cast the out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe I always hear. Resonating inside us, love is the word. I'm going to tell you all in a minute. It's going to be a wacky evening. Going through the day, pray no accidents arise. See, Sarah Villanueva. Sarah Villanueva. Okay, so we got that. Thank you. Praying for forgiveness for any damages I've done. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul. It's chicken wings. Did I get Valerie? Did I get you, Valerie? I'm just going to check. Valerie, where did I get Valerie? I don't think I got you, did I? Oh yeah, I got you there. Thank you. My trials and tribulations all bottled up inside. Stephanie Scott. Wait a minute. Love as I reach up for the skies. I got you there, Stephanie. Okay. I command opening shadows be gone before my eyes. The healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by changing the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonating inside us, love is the word. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by changing the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonating inside us, love is the word. Okay, everybody grab your partner and start stomping around the campfire in a big circle. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Yeah, okay. Love is the word. Love is the word. Yeah, love is the word. Olson. Olson, hey Olson. Shay Dog, Olson. Olson is in the house, folks. Olson is Shay Dog. Shay Dog, I didn't see that earlier. Sorry, the music started all over again. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. It's gonna be quiet. Oh, Rose, hi Rose. Rose Man, yeah, you got your marshmallows, your hot dogs, your thermos, your flask. My soul, shaking up the poisons, making me whole. Casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe, my own will be heard. Resonating inside us, love is the word. All right, I got some ideas coming up, folks, in a minute. So hang in, all right? Going through the day, pray no accidents arise. 55 gallons of wine. Right, yeah, sure, Olson. Blessing my enemies, blessing ones I love. Praying for forgiveness for all the damages I've done. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole. MC's here. I got you, MC. Inside us, love is the word. Wow, Thursday's Thanksgiving. Wow, seriously. Now the day is done, the moon is on the rise. My trials and tribulations all bottled up inside. I summon in the love as I reach up for the sky. I command no fear and shadows be gone before my eyes. Okay, let's have a look here. The healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole. Casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe, my all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking up the poisons, making me whole. Precious. Oh, Friday's your birthday, so you're a Sag. Precious is a Sag. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Precious is a Sag. Mary Alvarez, hey Mary, I didn't know that earlier, sorry, I missed you earlier. Mary Alvarez, thanks for reminding me. Aaron, I got you Aaron already, thank you so much. Yeah, love is the word. Yeah, love is the word. What? I got you the first one. And Knox to a Scorpio. Where is M Knox here? I know you're here somewhere. I got you. I know you are. All right. Okay. Let's just pause this little tune for a moment and start catching up with everybody. Now, I know you're chatting amongst yourselves a little bit, but somebody, I just missed somebody. M Knox. What I wanted to do, folks, Terra Lumination is kind of in a wobbly condition at the moment. I'm under quite a lot of medication, actually, so it could be a little strange tonight as I, lose it a little bit. Um, we're dealing with this kind of stuff right now, all these things here, and this stuff's pretty heavy duty. So I'm going to be careful. But the thing is, if I don't do this show tonight, I'm just going to feel absolutely miserable. So I'm kind of doped up, and I just want to let you know that even though the physical body of Terra Illumination is, let's say, compromised or highly compromised, the heart is beating strong, the spirit is beating strong, the soul is strong, the mind is strong. So we're all good. We're still in the right place at the right time for the right reason with the right people. So that part's all good. I'm sorry, but our bodies have a shelf life, and we wear out and get beat up like cars and houses and laptops and smartphones and all of it, and we just do what we can for maintenance, okay? So, have I missed somebody? Wait a minute. Did I miss you guys? Oh, I have to reload. It's frozen. The screen is frozen. Excuse me. Hold on. Give me a moment. Let's see. That should be a little bit better now. I'm sorry, everything got frozen there for a second. I'm trying to recapture things. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. I wanted to say, before I kind of get lost and confused and dazed and all that, I really, really, really love you guys. I love doing this for you. I know you're mostly at hundreds, tens, or thousands of miles away. But when we do these things, when we do a little private reading, when I post a little video for you, I really, really, truly, physically get the connection. And it's not just because I'm saying it, it's because it's true. From over here, from my perspective, we're all connected as one thing. And we're all swimming in this beautiful thing, the healing power of love. It's the energy of heaven. And we're here now, whether you like it or know it or not. It's just like the little joke we did last week, where the little fish was swimming in the ocean and he met the scuba diver and he said, "Please, dear scuba diver, can you tell me, what is this thing called water?" We're still dealing with that stuff. I think I was looking at it a bit later on too. We might do a little invocation in a little while, because the words from the last one we did about a month ago, they're more or less the same thing we can do right now. It's just another new moon. Yeah, it's a Scorpio new moon. So what? We're all dealing with it. We're all going through this massive Scorpio vortex right now. And very shortly, we're going to be in a massive cluster bleep of Sagittarius energy. So what? We're going to deal with it no matter what. Right? Got it? Got it? So when you say you're here for TL's energy, please understand I'm here for your energy too. I love you guys, and I really, really I like the energy that comes in here. I know it's just a tiny little channel, and I was doing some housekeeping here the other day, and I realized we have quite a few subscribers now, but relatively very small numbers of views. So what does that tell you? If you use your analytical brain, and I know you all have one to some extent, even though a lot of you are kind of like spacey astro tarot space cadets, it's okay. I can relate to you very easily in that way. But what it tells me is that it's like a little boutique, For the people who do watch it and they love it and they tell me. And so I love you guys. And I thank you so much for subscribing and for liking. I've also been getting some private meetings with people who have been giving Tarot Illumination a lot of tips. And I understand it, but I'm not an expert at all this stuff yet. For example, one of our TL buddies was suggesting like how to become much more commercial, how to do like really cool videos to promote the scarf raffle, for example, and an awesome special video series to promote the little book, Wealth, Money, Finance, for example, and like promotional videos for the invocations and for the little book, Love and Healing. And I understand that. I totally get it. It's just that I'm running on, like, let's say, there's some certain limitations here at Terra Illumination. A lot of them are just simply physical. It's just a question of the physical body being able to do these things. So I'm just doing what I can to keep up and honor the little thing that's already started. Terra Illumination already has a life of its own. I accept that now. Terra Illumination is like a little child. It's like a little baby, and the person here behind the screen is simply the caretaker, the custodian, doing everything to keep Terra Illumination going. Because another one of our dear viewers has made it very clear, umpteen times, that there's something more going on here with Terra Illumination. Thank you, Abby. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Abby. Oops. About it's how it's really, tarot is great. It's wonderful. It's great that we can do this stuff and we can go into the great beyond and discern energies from ourselves and each other. And I can share with you, and then you can comment and so forth and affirm or not, and you can reinterpret how you like. And then there's the astrology. We can do that for the backup. Astrology is wonderful because it's a very exact practice. So it's the same methodology and the same data that they use at NASA for space travel. So all we're doing here is we just reinterpret it with things like, sun signs and moon signs and all that. So, but you're right, Abby. Abby's not the only one who's mentioned this, but Abby is kind of like you're in the forefront here, Abby. You're kind of my hero, and I'm just going to call it out. Abby is kind of my hero here. Abby is very vocal about getting Tarot Illumination where it really needs to be. And I kind of get it. I'm just trying to keep up with where it is right now. That's all. But what Abby says is it's true. It's really, really true. It's really about the healing power of love. Okay? It's really, really what we do here. It's what we do is we are loving and we are loved. Each one of you who's here tonight, you're all very loving beings in your own way. You have given a lot to Tarot Illumination and the channel, and you've shared a lot of yourselves with each other. You are loving, you are loved. You are loving, you are loved. Okay? That's it. That's what's happening. And it's a very, very healing thing. It's a profoundly healing thing for Tarot Illumination here on this side, because the energy is reciprocal. Tarot Illumination gets to enjoy your love, and you get to enjoy the love of Tarot Illumination. So it's a mutually fulfilling phenomenon that we have here. So I thank you also very, very much. Yes. Love is the answer. I know it sounds like stupid little bumper stickers and like you get on your coffee cups at the spiritual stores and the spiritual craft fairs. And when you go to the spiritual bookstores and everything, there's like a million different books on how to find love, how to attract your soulmate, how to heal yourself with, I don't know, something, like a green juice, all those things. How to massage your way to happiness, how I found the voice of heaven through my ears. It goes on and on and on. And Tarot Illumination really isn't doing anything else. You're all doing the same thing. You're all looking for the same thing, the healing power of love. Tarot Illumination is more or less just a conductor, I want to do a little sample like we do sometimes in the little storybooks. Oh, wait a minute. I see some names. Hold on. RLQ, height. Okay, I gotta get you. Hold on, stay there. Sorry, I was starting to gibber. RLQ, RLQ, hi. How are you, RLQ? So I'm glad you're talking about yourself. And yeah, Delia, I just saw what you said. Power of love or the love of power. It's two very, very different things. Okay. All right. So Syrian. Hi, Syrian Rob. Thank you. I didn't say, I wasn't sure if everyone's there. Happy Go. Hey, Happy Go. Happy Go Lucky. I'm just going to put Happy Go because that's all I can fit on the screen here. Happy Go. Okay. So I caught a few. Oh, Essie Verrier. Sorry, I'm missing a few names. SEJV. I'm just going to say SEJV. So there we go. So yeah, just keep it up amongst yourselves. Keep getting to know each other and share with each other, because I know that some of you are very supportive towards yourselves and each other. And like Abby says, like it's like this banyan tree thing that's growing. It's like it sends out roots and tendrils, and one thing leads to another. The healing power of love is almost like a current of energy, or like a vine seed, or like medicine, and it comes out of your fingers, and it comes out of your hands, and it comes out of your voice, it comes out of your thoughts and your words and your actions, and especially your decisions. Okay. And it radiates, it has effects. Okay. The butterfly effect, for example, things like that. Couple of things I wanted to mention before I get too loopy loo. I'm going to set the board aside for a minute. We'll catch up on names later. A couple of things. Oh, hey, Primary. Hi. Hi. Hey, hey, Primary. I should put you in there. Primary, good evening. I hope you're well. Hope you're well. I heard things got a little bit bumpy, but you're going to the right place with the right person at the right time. So that's good. Also, I wanted to say something. A few things, a couple of things I wanted to mention tonight. I'm going to write them down, so hopefully I don't forget. Auras. Auras. Okay. Also, love and healing. I want to talk a little bit more about this. Okay. And there was a couple of other things. I'll try and remember them as we go along. As you can tell, this show is a little bit of an improv tonight. Oh yes, I remember the other thing was Scorpio. I want to offer, I'm on very limited energy tonight. I'm kind of literally floating around. I'm in that floaty state. I don't know if a lot of you have probably been through some serious trauma. So you know what it's like to be very heavily medicated, to get through some of the bumpy patch while your body tries to relax and do its own self-healing. There's only so much we can do at times, and sometimes we have to reach out to others, professionals. That's what I had to do this time last week. Terra Lumination was in the hospital having a heart attack. So there you go. It turns out it wasn't a heart attack, but it was something identical because of nerve damage and muscular damage and spinal damage. So, you know what? Like, we're going to talk about that because that's very much to do with love and healing. Okay. How am I going to put that on here? Stay there. Don't go away. I got to get this lined up. I'm going to put down a hospital here. That'll remind me. Okay. Now, a couple things. Let's start with the Scorpio thing first. What I would like to do is, let's not go too crazy here, because as soon as I say this, the chat screen's going to go a little bit nutty, but I'm going to do it. I want to do 3 little private, little public tarot readings that we do. Last week I couldn't do anything. I'd just come out of the hospital and I was really spaced out, and we just hung out. Okay, it was a lot of fun, and I thank you all so much for showing up. I'm still pretty woozy, Still having quite a lot of medication and recovering, okay? Uh, but I kind of want to get back in the groove. So tonight I want to do at least 3 little readings. And I thought the best thing to do would be, because we're finishing up with Scorpio. I want to just, you know, take care of the little Scorpios out there. So who here tonight is a Scorpio sun sign? Not moon, not rising, not next week, but who was born under the sun sign of Scorpio. I'll take the first 3 names that show up on the screen. Okay, go. Let's have a look. Knox, M. Knox. M. Knox, hold on, okay. Hey, Norrin, hold on. M. Knox. Favorite, come on. M. Knox, hold on. Where's my pen? I just lost my pen. Scorpio. Okay, M. Knox, you're going to get a reading. Hold on, where's the other one? Who else here is a Scorpio? I'm just doing this as a favor to the Scorpios because it's your season. Okay? Don't worry. You'll get another reading another time. Hey, Path Traveler, what's going on? I just saw your name pop up. I'm just doing Western. I don't know much about Vedic. I know people who do it, but I don't do it personally. Lady D. Lady D. Primary. Primary. Okay. And Lady D. Is that correct? Lady D. Today's your birthday. Holy jeez. I didn't even write your name on the list. And Primary. Lady D and Primary. You're both Scorpios. Okay. All right, we got 3 Scorpios. Let's have a look. All right. Lady D. Is that like in Lady Di? You know, she's from the 1980s or something. And Primary. Okay. Wow. Wow. Lady D, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Wow, this is awesome. Wow. I'm going to save you for last, Lady D, if you don't mind. What? Why do you want me, M. Knox, why do you want me to scratch you off the list if you're a Scorpio? Is there another Scorpio in the house that we're missing? I'll take you out of the picture if you want, if you're asking. But I'm willing to read for one more. One more. I need one more Scorpio. Primary, I got you, Primary. I got you the song. Lady D. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, it's not a Scorpio. Oh, I'm sorry. Duh. God, I can't believe there's only 2 Scorpios here tonight. Seriously. Seriously. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're dating one? Okay, well, that's great. And red hot. So red hot deep squat bodybuilder. I can see you laughing, giggling on the screen. Norin Rad. Norin Rad. Welcome to the house, Norin Rad. He's a double Scorpio. Seriously? Wow, Norin. Norin, double Scorpio. Woo, heavy duty. Wow. Norin, welcome to the show. I'm very woozy tonight. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to do it like this, and I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Premier Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga's here. Lady Gaga's in the house, apparently. Oh my God, you guys. You guys. Oh God. I'm probably going to have to take some more medications in a little while, people. Just to get through this show. Let's have a look. What is it? This one here. This one here, folks. I'm not going to show you the name of it or anything like that, but this will keep you. This will take away your aches and pains. It's the stuff. It's very similar to stuff when they shoot you up in emergencies, like when the firemen. It was such a crazy time. This time last week, I can't believe I'm alive today. So this time last week, I just come out of the hospital. I had a lot of morphine and Norco and all of that stuff. So I didn't feel so much of the pain while I was there for 4 days. But here we are a week later, and oh my gosh, I am just like an aching bag of bones. You know that feeling when you've been run over by a truck and you've just so beat up. Oh, anyway, we all get around, that's just what happens. So number one item, let's get back to the show. As you can tell, I'm a bit out of it. Scorpio here. We've got 3 people. We're going to read for Scorpios. Okay, those 3 folks. We're going to get a reading tonight. Okay, Expediter. Hold on, Vico. Oh my God. My reality feels beautiful. Wait a minute, I just missed Liz Wolf. Liz Wolf. Liz Wolf. Oh, and hold on, I missed somebody else. Courtney. Courtney's in the house. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Courtney. I am trying, Patricia. I'm trying. My little body, my fragile, pathetic. Well, actually, I have a really nice little body, and it's doing everything it can. You know, all healing is self-healing. When they showed me the angiograms, um, you could see everything. You could see the heart going doo-doo. You could see all the blood vessels, and they said my heart is really strong. It's really good. There's no blockages or anything. It's almost like they were trying to figure out, well, so what the bleep is wrong with you? And they overdosed me on the testing. They did the heart tests, and they shoot you up with these evil chemicals that make you feel like you're going to die. And they warned me in advance. And while it was happening, I heard them talking to themselves like, oh no, I think we overdosed him. Because I told them, I think I'm going to die. Because my body was convulsing and flapping around. And yeah, I'm kind of reliving the drama right now because it's still deep inside of me, like body shock. And I heard a couple of the team saying, oh man, I think we overdosed him. But the lead doctor for the testings, um, he said he's doing okay. He's doing extremely well under extreme stress. So they said we can't stop it anyway. So just keep going and hang in. And so that's what we did. And of course, everything turned to poop after that. And I ended up back in the emergency wards again for more problems because the whole my whole body collapsed. It's not supposed to do that. I ended up with a big gash on the top of my head, and all my arm and nerves under here are all smashed up. Nothing to do with the heart attack. So guess what? It's not a heart attack at all. It's nerve damage because of my messed up spine. I think I told everybody last week. Anyway, sorry, I'm reliving the drama again. So, yeah, I'm okay. Terra Lumination is alive. I'm very, very much alive in my heart, in my spirit, in my mind. It's just the body is weak, beat up, and fragile, and it needs maintenance. Let's put it that way. So let's see if I got Luis Coulon. Luis Coulon. Oh, I just saw Jenny DeLuca. Hold on, Jenny. Hi. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much. Jenny, are you a Scorpio, by the way? Because, well, I've already got the three I was going to pick tonight. If I have another energy, I might be able to do one more. Uh, let's have a look. Jenny DeLuca. I'm going to put you down here. Jenny DeLuca. Thank you so much, Jenny. You've been a real sweetheart. So supportive of the channel. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm a little bit loopy. Did I get Chrissy? You're super chatting me. You're super chatty. Jenny, you're super chatty. Loopy Loo, super chat, super chat. Expediter. Whoa. Wait a minute. I don't think I got that name. Hold on. Expediter. That's serious. That sounds like, military grade YouTube channel. Expediter. Yeah. Uck yeah. Uck yeah. Nature Explorer. Hold on. There's a bunch of new names here tonight. Linda Descartes. Wait a minute. I got you, Linda, didn't I? Stay there. Stay there. Don't go away. Don't go away. No, I didn't get you. Sorry. Linda Descartes. Linda D. I'm just going to put Linda D. Unless I did it already. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I missed somebody. Little Cap. Okay, Little Cap. Little Capricorn. I'm guessing you're a Capricorn, so you're probably not going to get a reading. Who's a double Scorpio? Wait a minute. Nature Explorer. I knew that was the name I wanted to catch here. Nature Explorer. Okay, so I got you on there. Well, Nature Explorer, you're new to live chat. So here at Terra Lumination, this is our little show, Sunday Night Live. It's just a few of us here. It's like we hang out here every Sunday evening. It's like coming to the family campfire. Just pretend you're hanging out with everybody and make friends, okay? Introduce yourself. There's a bunch of really nice people here. We've actually got some other tarot card readers here. We've got some spiritualists here. We've got aura readers here. We've got real live Reiki and yoga and Kundalini teachers here. All of that stuff. So you're in a really, really good spot, Nature X. You're in a super, super spot. Sutanta Hotapu. Whoa! Oh, I saw that name. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Suten something. Oh, I can't remember. It's going too fast now. Carrios Scorpio. Just in case I have enough energy. We'll see how it goes. I may just fall apart at any moment. Carrie H. Carrie H, you're a Scorpio, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to do it kind of like this, and this, and this, and this. All right? Yeah. Yeah, little cap. You're a Sutanta. Okay, hold on. I got to make sure. Sutanta Hotapu. Sorry, I didn't get that one. Okay, I got you, Sutan. You're right here. All right. Now, Sutan, and for Nature X, because you're new to the show, normally I try to get 10 or 15 readings per night. Random readings for people who need readings. These are just little tiny free ones. If you want your real one, you can go to the channel and get one at terralumination.com. But for tonight, Terra Illumination is just kind of winging it. We're doing a little bit of an improv here. So the most I can handle is 4. That's my guess. I'm already a little bit tight in my chest. In fact, I'm going to take the rest of that medication. Stay there, if you don't mind. Give me a moment here. I have to take certain medications now to take some of the pressure off of the chest because it was under extreme trauma. But we're going through it, okay? So let's have a look. I missed somebody. I know I missed somebody. Victoria. Oh, hold on. Did I get you, Victoria? I want to make sure we got everybody on the list. It's just like, for the record keeping, because I like to show the list at the end of the show. No, I didn't get you. I'm sorry, Victoria. Victoria. That's... Hi, Victoria. Welcome to the show. And Juliana. Oh, hey, hi, Juliana. I didn't see that earlier. Hi, Juliana. I love you guys. Yeah, Nature Explorer, I am doing everything I can to basically trigger as much self-healing as possible. So let's leave it at this for a moment. I'm going to do a reading for primary now, as we've got 4 Scorpios here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do a reading for primary now. All right, and then we're going to come back to some more of these stories here in a moment. So let's make some room. Okay. All right, primary, are you up? I know you're here. I know it's kind of a weird show. Well, every show is weird, but tonight's a little extra weird. Okay, so just hang in. Don't take it too seriously. This is just, legally speaking, I have to tell you this is entertainment, okay? Tarot Lumination is for entertainment purposes only. Now, if you want to interpret it as deep soul connection stuff, fine, because that's what I do. But, I never went to 4 years of tarot school or chiropractic, or I don't have a PhD. I don't have a master's in anything. I don't even have a degree. I don't think I even have a college diploma. I know, it's sad. Please don't ask me to explain. It's a very complicated, long story. Okay? So, in the meantime, here we go. So, okay, this is it. Yeah. All right, let's have a look. That's me sounding all pathetic. All right, here we go. Let's have a look. Okay, cards are shuffled. You're a witness. No flyers, no jumpers, no oracles, nothing. Primary, you're up. And here we go. By the way, I'm just letting you know, Abby's in the house. Abby is a professional certified healer. Norrin is in the house. Norrin is a professional tarot reader. Also, we have Favorite. She's in the house and she reads oracles, okay? And who am I missing? I know I'm missing a few others. I know you're out there. Hold on, I just saw a new name, Carrie Ann. Hold on, stay there. Hold on, primary. Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann, hi. All right, primary, you're up. Now, I can't remember if I just cut, so I'm just going to go back and I'm going to shuffle some more. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, none of that. Excuse me. Jenny DeLuca. Jenny, you're a reader. Why didn't you tell everybody? Jeepers. Come on. All right. So Jenny DeLuca's a reader too. So Norman's a reader. Favorite's a reader. Also, we're going to talk later about you, okay? Because I want to talk about auras, okay? Hi, Carrie. Thank you for that. I'll take that. I'll take that. Lena's a professional brownie eater. I did cut? Oh, sorry, it's too late. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a very, very different thing reading for public. It's I'm just letting you know, as a tarot reader, I've done thousands of readings. It's very different doing a reading for a report. Very different reading doing an email tarot. It's very different doing a recorded tarot, and it's very, very extremely different doing a live reading, okay? But that's what we do here at Tarot Illumination. I know a lot of the readers out there, they provide a reading, okay? You go to their website, you pay the money, and they send you the reading. Thank you very much. And that's great. And they say, like, please send me your questions, and then they send you the answer. Well, at Tarot Illumination, for some reason, I don't know why, but I just feel it's the best way to do this is live. Okay, so if we ever do a private reading with any one of you guys, it's going to be just like this. Okay, except it's private. Okay, and we can do whatever you want. Okay, it's a no holds barred situation, and you don't have to ask any questions or anything. We just go right in, and it's fun. But we're doing the same thing tonight here on a miniature scale, just for fun. And it's part of the, I guess you could call it, promoting the brand. Yay! Yeah, so you can all go cherry picking around each other, getting secondary backup readings. Like when the cards come out, somebody might offer their own interpretation and so on. And I know some of you have made friends with each other out of the chat here. And so the banyan tree is growing. Thank you so much, Abby. You're right. You are absolutely right. You were right from the very beginning. So thank you very, very much. Now, we are shuffled. Now we're going to cut again. I know. In primary, you're up. Okay? So I'm assuming you're still here watching the screen hanging out. Right. Okay, here's the situation. Here's the challenge. And here's how we're going to handle it. Okay? This is for you, primary. All right? Primarily, this is for you. And of course, later on, Noran's going to have a reading. He's a Scorpio. He's going to get a reading from a reader. How do you like that? So primary, you're up. All right, you're up. And we're going to look at the circumstantial energy at the moment. This is just very fleeting energy. You understand that, primary, of course. And everything is always in a state of flux. Right now, we have this energy of desiring to, let's say, move on, move ahead, advance, leave, let's say, the emotional turmoil behind. This is not necessarily your energy. This is more like circumstantial. For example, if your life and your circumstances feel emotionally challenging, deep into the heart, all the way up to actual face-to-face in-person challenges with other people that all translate into some form of, let's say, pain and suffering in the heart. And you realize that intellectually, you realize, okay, enough is enough. I need a break. I need to move on. I want to take the good stuff that I know, that I love, that I understand, that stands up to any amount of stress testing, and I want to move on to peaceful, calm waters. And that would be very, very appropriate. Everybody needs to do this at some point, but it does require having the wish and the desire. It also requires making the final decisions, okay? The decisions to do that. And it's not like there's a lot of regret. It's just a question of advancing with life, okay? Let's have a look. What's the situation, okay? It's very much about advancing with life. What I feel here, primary, is that we are in a vortex for you. It might be something very much to do with the Jupiter in Scorpio energy right now, because it's very, very strong. This is a very, very strong vortex. And because it's, let's say, scorpionic energy, it's very, very deep. It's like having an extremely powerful, very deep riptide just below the surface. I don't know if you've ever done that, where you've swum out in the ocean and thinking, oh, this is lovely. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And then you turn around and look, oh, I better get back home. And you realize home is far, far away. And then you have to swim back to the shore because you got caught by a massive riptide, but you couldn't feel it because you were just getting moved along, so long as you were facing out towards the ocean. And then it's only when you turn back that you see the difference. So with the Chariot here at primary, it's to me, it feels like there's a very, very, very strong desire to pull all these like disparate elements that might be happening in your life right now, try to pull them all together, like getting it all in such a way that it works, where you take charge, take ownership, take management of all the shadow aspects, all the unconscious aspects of the self, and bring it into full alignment with the very sharp, bright clarity of self-awareness, so that it all becomes one thing, so that you are the ultimate owner of you, the ultimate boss of you, or you can take charge and officially make those decisions that you need to make in order to have a healthier, happier life. I'm not saying it's easy. This is a card where you might be feeling swept along to do this, and it might feel uncomfortable. What's the challenge here with this? Okay, healing. Okay, with the challenge position, it's almost like the fear of healing, the fear of what happens when we go into the healing modalities. Okay, so because with, especially again going to the deep Scorpio vortex right now, Jupiter and Scorpio, whatever it is, Venus and Sun, and in a few days we're going to have the moon there. So it's at least 4 planets all piled up right there head on in Scorpio. So that's a heavy duty scorpionic vortex. And it's in deep, tight alignment with Chiron and Pisces right now, and a little bit with Neptune. So it's extremely supportive of the whole concept here that we do at Terra Lumination about you got to reveal it to heal it. The tricky part is you have to reveal it to heal it. And a lot of times people don't want to do that, because sometimes the healing process, and I can vouch for this because I've had so many life-threatening health issues in my life, the process can be a little intimidating because it's very humbling. It's it's almost scary to have to admit that we need healing, to admit that we have issues that need healing in our bodies, our mind, and our hearts and our souls. And that can shake us quaking to our very, very core of our being. So with this beautiful card of healing here, ultimate healing, where things are brought into balance through that, let's say, crucible of the self, where all your deepest, most fermenting, violent, cataclysmic energies are churning. And on the other side is you, the peaceful angel, combining all of that. So you become one unified, beautifully balanced whole, like a masterpiece, like a work of art. But that's in the challenge here. It's the process of revealing for healing. That's the challenge. And it's very, very nice, of course, to have support in those situations. So primary, just know tonight that you're in a good place, and that however much healing you need, whatever healing that you need, you can draw on us. You can draw on others here in the room, and they will kindly offer you their love in whatever way they can, even if it's just a little text on the screen. Something, it's there, it's here for you. So as much as this is a challenge, it's still there for you. How are we going to deal with the challenges and all of this? Okay, if you, let's just say this is like a living as if type energy. The way to handle this, because this can feel very fated, almost like the energies are so big you don't have any say in the matter. In other words, you're going to have to figure this out one way or another and move on and find more peace and harmony in terms of attitudes, thoughts, and beliefs by channeling all that massive scorpionic power, that massive, massive power vortex that Scorpio has from birth, and focusing it into the process of healing, especially health healing, self-healing. So, but this is a challenge. This is actually very, very hard to do. So my feeling here with the Three of Wands is to see it as destiny unfolding. In other words, it's almost like, I'm starting to use this word now because it started to come up in my personal life, the energy of surrender, the ability to surrender to the healing power of love, the ability, it takes tremendous grace and totally, utterly egoless humility to surrender and accept the healing power of love. And that's where a lot of people fail and lose and ultimately betray themselves, because they shut the door on the healing power of love, all the love that's coming to them, all the love that they deserve, because they don't feel worthy. but this is an indication that you do feel worthy and that you are worthy, and it's time to live that by example, and allow that to become your destiny. Allow the ships to come in. Allow the love and the healing that you deserve to come in and become a real life consequence in your life. This is the little card of seeing destiny unfold in front of you as evidence, okay? According to your wishes and desires and deepest passions, okay? So it's about letting it happen, letting the love in, letting the healing occur, making the decisions to let love in, okay? Thank you, Primary. I know you're in good hands. I know you're going to be fine. We all know you're going to be fine. We all send you love and blessings in your healing. Thanks for letting me do a little mini reading for you. Okay. Lady D is going to be next. Okay. I'm going to shuffle this and then I'm going to go back and have another little conversation. This is very healing for tarot illumination, by the way, to get all this stuff out. It's because it's almost like I'm taking advantage of the situation here, knowing that you guys can hear and can see this. It allows tarot illumination to vent, and it's kind of my own way of reveal it to heal it. I get to reveal it to heal it. You know what? I've just realized something. Before we read for you, Lady D, I want to do some more show and tell to bring this subject of love and healing into a little bit more focus, okay? To get down to some nuts and bolts here. This is, I'm trying to do these things in my own way. You know, I don't, you know, I'm not here giving Reiki treatments to people. I could probably do that. I can do remote healing, but I don't really offer it as a service, I'm sorry to say. So the cards are shuffled for you, Lady D, and in a moment we're going to come back to you and then cut them and do your spread. But I just want to show you something. Stay there, folks, okay? Jenny? Jenny, what the bleep? Jenny, please accept one of these. One of these, big, big, big one of these from me. Personal tarot illumination to you, Jenny. Thank you so much. I almost don't know what to say. I owe you one, I guess. I don't know. You know, that's almost like a couple of pennies short of a full-on private reading. You know that, don't you? Cheapers. Go, Jenny. So hold on, I want to show you guys something. Stay there. I want to show you guys some stuff here that we found out. Okay, I'm going to try and hide my personal data so that it's not, you know, you don't have to worry about all this stuff. I wanted to show you some things here. Let's see if I can find them. Where is it? Stay there. Stay there. Don't go away. I'm just prepping some materials to show you guys. So you can get some imagery here. See where it's... This is all the spinal stuff. We discovered a lot of spinal problems. Give me a moment. I'll be right there. I should have prepped all this up if I knew what I was going to do. But, you know, we're doing some improv tonight, so please bear with me. Hang in. You might find this interesting because I know a lot of people have spinal issues and damage. Okay? So there's that. And there's that. Just want to cover that up. There's that one. And I got another one I want to show you. Hold on, I'll see if I can find it. Stay with me, don't go away. Don't go away. I know there's some more images here. There's that one, yes. And these are all the kind of like some of the imagery. It's sort of like what they did in the angiograms to show how my heart was all messed up. Stay there. I think I got it all. All right, let's just do this. All right. first of all, okay, this is kind of quirky stuff that I'm learning, okay? This is from a little while ago. But look, if you look at this, you see, because I've had a lot of trauma, physical trauma in my life. I've worked as a stunt man. I've done some performance, let's say, athletic stuff, all sorts of weird stuff, different, very heavy jobs that were challenging, and it leads to wear and tear. So look at this. See this image here? This is the image of where the spine is crushed up, the vertebra on the vertebra. There's one here, over here. There's no disc at all. It's all completely crushed. And these are all messed up as well, okay? Now, stay there. I'm going to show you another one. And then I'm going to get to the point here in a minute. All right, so you'll see in a minute what we're talking about. So that's the same image again from a different angle. Crushed nerves, crushed discs, crushed spine, okay, and crushed over here. And that's all up in the T area, apparently. So the other ones are over here. So I just want you to see this, guys, because it's fascinating stuff. And you can see how things get all messed up. Here's the other stuff over here. This is where the spine is like bent and twisted, and all the discs are crushed, okay? Crushed up discs, crushed up vertebrae and discs, okay? So there's all of that. And I just wanted to mention from the earlier, there's all the other stuff. Basically, there's a whole pile of other stuff that's too broken. It's down in the lumbar region, which causes, like, you know, it makes it difficult to walk and sit because your legs get wobbly and things like that. It's called sciatica. If you've had, you know, like big car crashes and stuff, and your spine gets all chewed up, things like this happen. But here's the point of the message I wanted to show you. I was trying to do this last week after I got out of the hospital, but I wasn't thinking very clearly, but I can see it more clearly now. Like, there's the head and there's the body, okay, and there's the spine, okay, and on the left side, so there's the heart. Okay, so if you're looking at the Lumination body, what we found is that there was no actual heart attack. And so I've been having a lot of talks with doctors and nurses over the last week, and they said, well, guess what? I'm just going to do this. Hold on, so you can see it better. That's Lumination, okay? And there's the heart. I'm going to get some more colors. Stay there. And then there's purple. Let's find some turquoise. So what they showed me, like, there's the heart, okay? Okay? And what they showed me after all these tests, after we fell out of the machines and after they overdosed and did the angiograms, and you could see all the heart and the blood vessels and everything. It was an amazing experience to see all these images. You could see where the heart was and all the blood vessels in and out. And they said, your heart is really strong. You got a good heart, and you withstood a double dose extreme test, and we apologize. We're very sorry. And I said, yeah, right. And then I blacked out, fell on the floor, ended up back in the emergency ward where they patched up my back and leg and head because of the accident, which was nothing to do with the heart attack. But here's what we discovered. After I talked with the doctors later, the cardiologist said, you know what? If you want to go home, you can. We're very sorry about all the accidents here and the mess and the pain, but your heart is good. So whatever you're suffering from, we can't help you at the moment, and you need to go back to your doctors to figure it out. So that's what I did. I said, I want to get out of here right now. And so I was all doped up on morphine, but my friends came and picked me up. So there we go. But here's what we discovered. Those little pictures I showed you of the spine earlier, it's like each one, there's little vertebrae, okay? And they go all the way down here, and outside of the vertebrae come all their nerves, okay? So I said, is it possible? Because I had intense pain all over here, okay? Intense pain over here. And I said, is it possible for nerve damage in here to cause something that's like a heart attack, even though it's not a heart attack? And they said, oh yeah, absolutely. So what they showed me is how the nerves in the back of the spine here, they actually go around like little tiny wires, and they go all the way around to the front of my chest over here. So it's like a huge like electrical circuit of nerves, and then all the other nerves that go down the left arm here and throughout the chest. So it's like the whole thing, everything looked like a heart attack. It all looked like a heart attack. But what it was, in fact, was that these nerves in here are so crushed up between the different bones in the vertebrae that it causes extreme pain and nerve damage. So now it makes sense, you know. I've been dealing with this stuff for years, but I didn't know any of this until a few days ago. And so I'm really glad. The doctors are very happy now that we figured it out. It's most likely spinal damage. So the heart is good. Terra Illumination is not going away, but we got to figure out how to fix all the damage in here. It's basically like a car that's had too much, you know, too many accidents, and everything gets beat up. So there you go. I just wanted to tell you that. So this is actually really good news. The heart is good. The body is mechanically, let's say, compromised. So great. This is going really well. I'm so glad we did this. So we talked about the hospital. Thank you. I'm a little bit kind of up in the clouds at the moment, and I'm happy to be that way. It helps me stay happy. I'm going to do another reading now for Lady Di. Lady D, I'm sorry. Then we're going to come back to love and healing, and then we're going to come back to auras, okay? I hope you don't mind. I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Please chat amongst yourselves. Make friends. Figure out how to increase the flow of love and healing in your lives. Figure out ways that you can deliberately, making conscious, deliberate decisions to activate the healing power of love. It is literally like water out of a faucet, and it won't flow unless you are willing to go to the faucet and open the faucet. You can do it in little dribbles. You can do it in a flood. You can do it on and off, however you want. But if you think of it as a current, as a flow of energy, if you think of it as, you know, electricity coming down a wire, if you think of it, there's so many different ways you can visualize the healing power of love, okay? But it is activated according to your decisions. I'm not saying according to your willpower, your ego, it's just a decision. And decisions can be made from the spiritual aspect or the egoic aspect. And of course, on Terra Illumination, you know what we're going to aim for here. We're going to try and get the ego to be as closely in alignment with spirit as possible. Because the more you do that, the easier it is to allow the healing power of love to flow into your life. The challenge for most people is that the spiritual perspective can be the farthest thing away from the egoic perspective. And that's part of our journey here on Earth, is to learn and understand and try and find our way across the huge chasm between our self and our spirit. For some people, it's very natural. Some people who are, well, let's say, anyway, let's forget about that. I'm going to talk now about Lady D. Lady D, you're up. All right, Lady D. What's that, Jenny D? Brady? Who's blah 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 blah? Okay. Anyway, I see you're helping yourselves. I missed out something on the screen. I wanted to see it, but it's too late now. All right. Sorry, I like the cards to be very, very neat. I'm one of those people. A place for everything and everything in its place. I like order. Even though I'm actually very fuzzy on the edges, I do like order at the root of the fuzziness. Lady D, you are up. Okay, this is your moment. Here's the situation, here's the challenge, and here's how we're going to handle it, okay? Circumstantial energy. Lady D, this does not own you. You're just going to make the best of it like we all do with the weather. No matter where you are, no matter what the weather is like, okay? It's circumstantial. And you have the Eight of Wands. So this could be, my feeling is that you could be in an environment where you actually feel kind of fired up, where you feel like you have a lot to say, a lot to do, a lot that you would like to express, a lot that you would like to share and exchange, not just for yourself, but perhaps with the world. Perhaps you are in an environment where you're receiving a lot of attention, where you might be seen as someone very attractive and very appealing by a certain other person, and they are quite determined to express themselves to you. I don't want to make this a personal reading. Let's just focus on the energy, and let's just imagine that you're kind of in a potentially fortuitous situation that could work for you, so long as you're willing to like be true and honest with your passions, your desires and expressions, and not be ashamed of that. Allow yourself to be really um, just take the moment to really tune into who am I really? What am I really doing here? What do I want? Why am I doing it? When am I going to do it? How am I going to do this? How am I going to be really, really the best me ever possible? Lady D, we're talking about, again, the Scorpio big Jupiter vortex thing, but I don't want to focus that too much. Let's just take it back to you. Okay. So more wands here. With the Seven of Wands here, okay, it might have sounded like, okay, great, Tarot Illumination. Let's say I'm Lady D, and Tarot Illumination, thanks for all of that. Whoopee, wahoo, Eight of Wands, excellent, wow, such potential excitement, such potential. And yet here we are with the Seven of Wands. It's almost like, can you actually handle it? The situation is like, yes, you might be very fully aware of your own gifts, your own desires, your own potentials. But you also might be very, very aware at this moment of let's say, anything and anyone that could be like a contradiction, where even inside yourself, you might have very highly contradictory types of internal battles going along, which would make you feel as though you're a person who is really, really like doing everything they can to hold on to their, let's say, integrity, their desires, their passions, their wish to express their true selves. Now, the thing is, the situation here is that you're doing that. You're doing that, except that you might be doing it in the face of significant opposition. What I'd like to suggest is that just remind yourself you're doing a really, really good job, even in the face of opposition, because everyone else has a right to express and be who they are too. I'm feeling very much about live and let live. Allow yourself, make the decision to give yourself the permission to be who you are. Say yes to this when you have to, say no to that when you have to, and do not compromise yourself in any way in order to fit in with the crowd. Be you, hold on to your stature, holding on to your position as a matter of dignity, self-love, and self-respect. But what's the challenge here? Okay, more wands. It almost might be that you're scared of your destiny. You're scared of the outcome, scared of making the really big decisions that need to be made in order for your so-called destiny to unfold. That's totally understandable. I'm very deeply interested in the energy of decisions. In fact, I want to put that on the board. Bear with me, Lady D. We'll come back to that in a moment. So, Lady D, my feeling here with all these wands is that you're in this huge vortex, like swirling vortex of opportunity. It might be overwhelming for you. Is to do with the Jupiter and Scorpio vortex and you being a Scorpio yourself. I know from Scorpio type people that, okay, great, Jupiter and Scorpio. Ow, wow, awesome. Yeah, right, cool. But in astrology, when you have that many conjunctions, all that, especially on the 18th and 19th, you know, which is actually kind of right now. We just had the new moon. That's a tremendous amount of pressure right in your face. It's like saying, like, it's like almost being shoved and pushed into being Lady D like never before. And yeah, you see the opportunity, but it's just like, hold on, give me a break. I'm just trying to catch up with being the Lady D I was earlier. And so the challenge is feeling like you might be under like a lot of pressure, being forced and uh, pushed by circumstance to become really truly who you are and allow your destiny to unfold. But it just might be that, this is not strictly a destiny card, but with the Three of Wands here, the fear, it might be the fear of what's unfolding. When you start to reveal it and to heal it, when you combine all that Jupiter and Scorpio stuff with the beautiful trines energy and astrology with all the beautiful Pisces stuff, it's a tremendous opportunity for deep self soul healing here. It's just that, again, like the last reading with primary, or was it primary? Yeah, it's the process of revealing to healing can be almost traumatic, almost more terrifying than the conditions that we're trying to heal. And I don't know how else to express it right now. I like that's what my whole little book is about. But we do have to reveal it to heal it. And if you're scared of the consequences, scared of what's coming, scared of the decisions that you might have to make to uh, stand up for yourself and be your true self, it's totally understandable. Okay, you're under so much pressure right now. So how are we going to deal with this? Okay, taking charge. Now, I don't want to turn this into a personal reading, even though this is a person here. This is the King of Pentacles. I don't want to know whether this is a financial situation, about your house, your mortgages, your car payments, your credit cards, your college loans, or college degrees, and trying to expand and grow your life, your career, your wealth, your stability, whatever that is. I'm just going to focus on the energy. My feeling here is like, in order to handle your situation right now, Lady D, if you look at the King of Pentacles and understand it as an energy force, think of it as living as if. In other words, when you go to the mirror and like just before you go to bed, please recognize yourself as being the sovereign of yourself, the sovereign owner of yourself. And even though these might be very passionate energies here that you're churning around in your life right now, it might help to have like a reality check and get back to earth and list all your gifts and talents and resources that you already know have value, that exist in your life, in your world, and claim them and own them and declare to yourself how truly awesome you are, and that you have the right to be awesome, you have the duty to be awesome, and you would not have this card here in its position unless you had the capacity to wear the crown, to wear these robes, and to live at this level of integrity, where you do have a higher degree of ownership over your three-dimensional worldly reality, where you're not at the mercy of fate. You're not at the mercy of other people's energy. You're not living at the mercy of Jupiter and Scorpio. You're not living at the mercy of the Scorpio new moon. You're not a victim or anything. You're in charge. You're the boss of you. Like, it's almost like, doesn't matter what the stars and planets are doing. It doesn't matter what the tarot cards say. You still have the ultimate duty, right, and obligation to make the decisions that are right for you, that empower you and bring you into full sovereignty of self, where this cannot be questioned. And You can't be shy about this. Okay? All I'm suggesting is respect yourself, honor yourself, salute yourself in the mirror, bow to yourself as though you are the king yourself, and understand that you are bowing to yourself, honoring and kneeling and respecting yourself. Okay? Rising into full sovereignty. Okay? It's living as if you already know the outcome and it's going to be good and stable for you, even though you might be really scared about what's actually happening in terms of your three-dimensional evidence right now. You're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. You're going to be just fine. All right, Lady D? Thank you so much. I hope I didn't scare you or confuse you. It might mean absolutely nothing to you, but it might have been a perfect reading for someone else. If you want to reinterpret it, you can watch the show again later and ask for a different perspective from some of the other readers. You know, there's some real professionals here, serious, like high-end, heavy-duty professionals here tonight. So don't be shy. Take advantage of the room. Walk around the campfire, meet your buddies, shake hands, and exchange your energies and share the healing power of love, okay? Because that's what we're doing here. That's all we're doing, okay? So I'm going to shuffle again a little bit just to clear the deck. Okay. Now, let's go over here. Norrin, you're up next, apparently. Oh, wow. Okay, this is scary. A reader doing a reading for a reader. Wow. Hold on. Okay, here we are. Actually, excuse me a moment. I'm having a little bit of a moment here. I want to play a little song, give myself a break, okay? Give myself a little break. Give me a moment. I want to pull up a song here for you guys so I can take a break and give myself a moment, okay? I'm going to do the invocation here. I'm going to come to that in a moment. I want to do this simple song because it's a simple little song. And it'll cheer me up because I need to cheer myself up at the moment. My body is still very, very sore despite the powerful pain medications I just took. So I'm going to cheer myself up just like I would do at home anyway. Okay? All right, stay there. Stay there, everybody. And then we can have a little, we can hang out a little bit, okay? Cheers, everybody. I am healing, I am healing, I am healing, 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 I just wanted to get that out of me. Sometimes I lock myself in my little office and I play it very loud and I jump around and dance around looking like a lunatic hanging off of rubber bands. But I really don't care, you know? I mean, I'm sure you all do that as well, you know? I'm sure you all have your moments where you kind of just tuck yourself away. Maybe you're at the office, and or maybe you're at school, or maybe you're at home and the rest of the family's there, if there's anybody there at all, and the pets are there and there's dinner getting made, and all of a sudden you get these crazy, insane urges like, I gotta do something really stupid. And so you do it and you think, oh, excuse me, honey, I just have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Can you take care of the chicken? Blah, blah, blah. And then you go into the bathroom and you lock the door and you stare at yourself and go, oh my effing bleep, bleep, bleep. I can't take it anymore. I got to do something insane. And so you start talking to yourself or humming crazy tunes and you start moving around and shaking. I do stuff like that. Okay? I'm just letting you know. That's part of the self-healing. I just let the weird stuff come out. Because if you stuff it all away, it just turns into like mold and rot and rust and mildew and fungus, and it starts to eat you up. And I can't stand that feeling. I like to feel really good. I like to feel joy. I'm an extremely fortunate person, despite my physical limitations, in that as Terra Lumination, I know, I know, I know in my body, my mind, my heart and soul, joy. I know the energy of joy. I know the energy of pure joy, ecstatic joy. It's almost indescribable. And I've been an extremely fortunate person in some ways in life to have things that are very, let's say, fun and satisfying. But once you know joy to the point of ecstasy, and this is beyond anything that you could get, man, woman, boy, girl, however you like to live your life of intimacy. There are whole levels above and beyond the the experience to the point where you could say it's inexplicable, almost like an out-of-body experience. And I know this. This exists in my life, and I'm extremely fortunate to share this as well. And I think that's kind of what's happening here at Terra Illumination, is that I'm becoming more cognizant of this energy of joy, the energy of healing, the energy of heaven, and the healing power of love as a phenomenon, as 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 a current, literally like an electric current, like a water out of a faucet. And I'm very fortunate to know that and have that in my life, despite the physical stuff. And in a moment, you know what? I just want to play this song once more, just because it's very short and cute. And then I want to follow on to the next thing that I was going to show you. I hope you don't mind. Just stay there. Groove around and dance to yourselves, okay? Just give me another moment. I need to center here. Thank you. Bear with me. Yeah, get up and dance. Shake it, shake it, shake it. You can brainwash yourself with this stuff. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It's on the song list playlist somewhere on the Terra Lumination channel. You can put it on headphones and play it really loud. It gets really weird. And watch this. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this is magic. Just change the words. Sing it to yourself. You see what I'm getting at here? You get the point? You see what we're doing? Sing it. We are healing, we are healed. 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 Singing on. We are healing, we are healed. 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 Wow. I wish we thought about that earlier. I'm going to keep these post-it notes here for a while. I hope you don't mind. Now, this is going to be interesting. Hold on, Norin. Can you wait a little bit longer? I hope you don't mind. And Carrie's over here. Don't worry. Okay. So, I haven't finished following up on this yet. But something interesting happened this week. We're going to follow up on it a bit later. And All Sun, it's about you now. Okay? All Sun. Horus. I want to talk for a few moments about auras. Okay, so you've probably all heard of auras. You know what they are. It's these like so-called lights and colors that we radiate. Well, it's true. Uh, I'm just mentioning from the tarot illumination perspective that auras are what they are. You know, there's all those sorts of little books you can buy and videos you can watch about auras, and it's a wonderful thing. But again, it's like uh, it's like joy. It's like the energy of joy. It's the energy of love, the energy of love and healing. Being able to be, let's say, attuned to those frequencies where auras become visible. And typically, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't really focus on auras, frankly, very much. I have more of, let's say, a psychic, intuitive, medium type persona, but I do have contact with auras now and again. But it's not usually with people. It's more to do with angels. I have a very, very vivid, full color, technicolor world uh, relationship with my angels. And there's a lot of color there in terms of auras, what they radiate, because that's partly how they communicate with me, and I communicate with them and they give me feedback like, what am I radiating now, dear angels? Because they can see me in ways that I can't see me. And so they would kind of give reflections. In other words, it's almost like going up to your friend and saying, hey, I feel a bit weird. Is anything out of place? And there's nothing else around. And so your people that you really love and they really trust, they tell you, um, well, you could do with a makeover. You could, you might want to brush your teeth or something. I love you, man, but I'm just letting you know. Otherwise, you're good. Or it looks like you've been having a nervous breakdown recently. Have you been taking care of yourself properly? And that's what it's like with my angels and myself. We converse back and forth, and they help me to stay in tune as much as possible. Because the reality here with tarot illumination and the being the person of tarot illumination is that it seems to put tremendous pressure on my physical body, and I don't seem to mind because I always seem to heal. I've had a very, very long life of um, trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. And you'd never know by looking from the exterior, because tarot illumination just looks like any other guy on the street, just a sort of ordinary guy on the street, you know. Uh, but there's a lot of, let's say, stuff that goes on the inside. It's not apparent outside. But I was very lucky the other day for a few days. This is historical. This is all on record over here at the Terra Illumination Files. Um, All Sun, I'm calling out your name, All Sun. I want people to know about this. All Sun wrote into Terra Illumination. He went to the terraillumination.com website and wrote a letter and said, uh, TL, Terra Illumination, I have something to tell you. I'm picking up very strong auras from you, and it's something to do with pain. Okay? And he wanted to let me know. And I didn't understand it because I was actually feeling pretty good. At least I thought I was feeling good. I didn't realize how much pain that I was in because I'm used to carrying a lot of pain, even with all my self healing practices. But Olson wrote in anyway. And so I thought, okay, well, we'll follow up on this. And lo and behold, a day or two later, bammo, I was in the hospital. I guess it was a heart attack. We figured it out. It's not a heart attack, it's nerve damage. And then we come out and we're going to hook up soon. But also, and I hope you don't mind me doing this, but I really, really think it's important that people know. Also made it very specific that he saw the color red. I associate the color red with things like anger, with the root chakra, with the energy of survival, the fear of survival, uh, also passion. There's also sorts of ways you can interpret auric colors and so on. Typically, on an average day, my aura is very much like disco ball confetti. It's that kind of stuff, multicolored, everything in the rainbow, just like that. That's normal. And if something or someone happens in my life that puts me off center, the colors can change very, very quickly, from deep dark indigos to bright white to gentle gold and various combinations. And the energy can move and change extremely quickly depending on circumstance. And Allsun was very kind enough to write in on one of the shows. He said he noticed that because all people know, of course, are this is all we have. We just have a little tiny show. It's just the hands. There's not a rough room here on the stage for a full body. But he noted about the red aura. And then over the last couple of weeks, how the red aura was moving further and further and further and further away from the body and the hands, and much more of the natural colors. Um, he didn't say that these were the natural colors. He just indicated that he was noticing the colors of white and gold, and I think pink, and either violet or lavender, and perhaps a little bit of blue. I can't remember the details. I'm sorry, Alsun, but it's there. Hope you don't mind me sharing this with the world. But I think it's important for people to know. And I've been thinking about what Alsun was saying, and I can understand it because in the days before the heart attack, I was carrying a lot of anger because in my neighborhood there were certain things that were happening that triggered a lot of anger, deep, deep anger inside of my body, my person. And of course, I don't like to carry that energy. And so it must have been radiating and coming out of me. And all of a sudden noticed it. That's what I think was going on. And it's been very fortunate since I've come back from the hospital. A lot of those external conditions and circumstances in my neighborhood that were triggering a lot of anger, they have subsided for some reason, perhaps for a while, I don't know. But they're not here right now. And I don't know if our Sun is watching right now, but I don't feel a lot of anger and towards others outwardly at the moment in my little neighborhood. And my home itself is like a little sanctuary. It's a very, very beautiful, lovely little home. And everybody likes it when they come here. And I try to maintain the energy of sanctuary. And when that energy of sanctuary is violated by others, I have to admit, I become very, very angry. And I think that's what All Sun might have noticed. And I'm guessing now, because of the circumstances and the Jupiter and vortex, Jupiter Scorpio thing, whatever, it might be that the energy was very extreme and it brought out the worst in that my body got to the point of rage, anger, panic, um, the desire to hurt, the desire to seek revenge or take on an egoic presence where the desire is to fight and destroy anything and everything that creates or triggers the anger. And of course, also right now, we have Pluto square Mars, these very powerful planets of willpower. Mars on one side and Scorpio on another side in a hard, hard angle to each other, which can trigger the energies of extreme violence, extreme anger. And if it's not expressed uh, thoughtfully and conscientiously or consciously, then it can turn ugly. You know, it's how things like car accidents happen. It's how fights happen. It's how people really hurt each other when they are not taking control of their personal energies. Now, this was circumstantial energy. Everyone was living with the same thing at the same time. The big Pluto-Mars square is circumstantial. And I just might have felt it. And it brought out the worst in me because maybe I was not evolved enough to be able to handle those energies. And the external energies just triggered the anger and the rage. And that became so, so stressful. I now believe that those stress energies became so tight and taut inside my body that the muscles clenched and pulled so tight that the nerves, the broken, damaged nerves and the broken vertebrae and the broken discs became so compressed. You know how your body tenses up when you're very angry and you want to like do this to somebody? Those muscles can go so tight that they can put so much pressure on the nerve that the nerve is getting squashed. And I think that's what happened because the spine was already very badly damaged, and I just made it worse with anger. And so, blam, heart attack, boom. All son, thank you. I think you witnessed in my aura the aura of somebody moving into towards a heart attack. That's what I believe happened. That's the aura that I believe that you witnessed, all son. And I believe the red is gone. I don't feel that. I don't feel the anger, rage, and resentment right now. I just feel all mushy and soft. And I just want to be happy and healthy and continue with my self healing as much as possible. So that's a little story about auras. I hope you get something out of it. If anybody wants to check in with All Sun, he knows things about auras. He doesn't understand it or know why, but he does know things about auras. So if you want to chat to All Sun about auras, he's here somewhere, okay? Um, also, oh, I just noticed something on the screen, All Sun, about the warning. Thank you. I don't think there's anything that you could have done. I think the beauty of the situation is that you're our witness. You are a witness, and we can now share this little story between us because Terra Illumination did not die. Terra Illumination did not have a heart attack. Terra Illumination is on a path of self-healing now and receiving healing from others. Tremendous amount of healing energy that I was willing to receive from others. All the doctors and the nurses, there were 6 firemen in my bedroom. Look at it that way. I think I told you that story. 6 firemen in my bedroom trying to get me to be able to move so that we could get into the ambulance to get to the hospital. So they shot me through with a lot of morphine, and they shot me up with some nitro up in my mouth to, apparently it brings relief to the heart in an emergency. So, All Sun, I really want to thank you for your notices and your letters and for giving me advance warning, even though I didn't understand. And it takes a great level of, let's say, perception, heightened sensory perception to perceive and understand auras at this level. Okay. I'm already in that kind of vortex. It's normal for me, but I don't often encounter this with others on a personal level or even in a professional situation, to tell you the truth. It's very, very rare. So thank you, All Sun. Thank you so much for the warning. Thank you for the follow-ups, and we'll see where things go. I'm hoping that whatever auras you guys are picking up from Terra Illumination tonight, they are good and sparkly, and we're getting back to the good old, like a disco ball sparkles. That's how I feel most of the time. Sometimes it goes to pink or bright pink and magenta and gold and violet. Those are very common colors that I know that are radiated from my physical being at times, but 99% of the time I don't watch, you know, I don't look at a mirror in the face all day, every day. I'm just living the life, living a life. So thank you. Thank you, All Sun. You are now a professional aura reader, certified by Terra Illumination. There you go. Figure it out. Write about it. Tell the world about it. Allow yourself to read auras for others. You can figure it out. You can teach yourself, and you can start to document these things that'll be useful to others one day. Okay. So thank you so much, my dear All Sun. I just wanted to talk about that. We'll probably talk about auras and love and healing again on another day. Okay. So next, let's read for Narin. All right, Narin. I hope you're good. I hope you're ready for this. Sometimes it can be very hard on people, uh, for people who read auras, because it's like it's very, very intimate. It's a very, very private energy. And the people who read auras, it sometimes is a deep struggle for them to know what to do with their capabilities. So if you're struggling in that area, all son, please understand that's normal. Okay. All right, Norin, you're up. Oh dear, Norin. I wonder what's going to happen. Cards are cut. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And here's some circumstantial energy. You've got Two of Cups. Oh, I don't want to turn this into a love reading. Noreen, I hope you don't mind. I just want to keep it broad because this is public. I don't want to say you're going to meet your soulmate. You just met your soulmate. I don't want to do that. I just want to say that you're in circumstantial conditions right now where the energy of love in its purest, simplest, most divine form is flowing. Okay? The flow of one human being towards another, the flow of one human being towards another, the flow of your love energy to the world, the flow of the world's love energy towards you. Let's just say this could be directly related to the healing power of love and how it is a current that flows between one human being and another. And when the faucet is full open, it translates into pure joy, pure ecstasy. So this is what I'm sensing here for you, Narin. You might not feel it like that. It's just circumstantial. All I'm trying to suggest is that you're 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 like at the very core of the vortex of love and healing, the healing power of love. It's right there for you, and you're at the epicenter. Okay? It's like the fish in the water. What's the situation? Okay. Wow. Maybe this is what you've been wishing for, Naran. Maybe this is like an affirmation like, oh my gosh, it's true. Let's just say, oh, it's true because Terra Illumination said so. No, I'm not saying that. It's just saying true because it's evidential. You personally, Narin, right now, I believe you're in a time and a place, exactly the right time and the right place and the right reason with the right people to understand exactly what Terra Illumination was talking about right here. And this is something that you needed to hear from someone else. You might have been aware of this as a concept, as a way of being, as a potential, and a hope, and something that you would desire and wish for to happen in your life in such a way that it's almost like, oh my gosh, all these theories, all the teachings of all the gurus and all of that stuff, and the Deepaks and the all the others, and the Louises and Shanias and all of the great, Edgar Casey and all that, and James Von Prague. That's wonderful, but that's not the same as owning it, having it, living it. Okay. So my feeling for you right now, Norin, is that you are in a situation, a circumstance where that circumstantial energy of the healing power of love is actually, let's say, coming into being, where it isn't just a hope. It's like an awareness. It's like, you know, you can, with the star energy here, you can wish, you can hope, you can believe, you can imagine, you can accept and allow. But my feeling is here we're kind of going full on max to know, where now deep in your heart and soul that the energy of love and healing, the energy of heaven, is a real life current. Let's see. I mean, you can even see the fluid flowing here. If you see this as an eternal, ever moving current of love and healing, it just goes round and round and round. It swirls around forever and ever, and it's just up to us to be able to receive it. Okay, and so this feels very closely linked with this card. It's not just circumstantial anymore, it's fact. Okay? The healing power of love is the real deal. It's a phenomenon and you can tap into it. What's the challenge with all of this? Okay, figuring out what to do with it. The process of giving and receiving. Norrin, you might be one of those people who's giving away a tremendous amount of love. So the question is, are you receiving the love that you deserve here? Is it evidential? Are you allowing yourself to be, let's say, nurtured and cared for and be on the receiving end of the healing power of love? Are there issues going on in your life where you really could seriously do with love and healing as a person, as a physical body? You know, it might be so wonderful, like being the person who dispenses it. You might be a really good doctor. You might be a really good nurse. You might be a good caretaker. You might be a very kind, generous person. But with this card, the Six of Pentacles in the challenge position, it feels to me that there's something really out of balance. My feeling it's something to do with the energy of receiving, the ability to receive love and healing. Okay. And that's one of the biggest challenges for all of us, being able to receive. I know I keep going on about it. Be loving, be loved. Be loving, be loved. You are loving, you are loved. You are loving, you are loved. And then your physical body goes, okay, that's great. I am loving, I am loved. I am loving, I am loved. But when it actually really does come back to you, it can be terrifying. When genuine, true love comes at you, it can put you almost in shock. And I'm not kidding. I'm going above and beyond sentiment or romance. I'm talking about love in its purest form, as extended, love as extended towards you from others, when you are the one who needs love and healing. Okay, so that might be a challenge. Let's have a look. How are we going to deal with it if that is true? Okay, let's just say with the Page of Wands here that let's not turn this into a big deal. Let's just say the way to handle this situation is just kind of treat it very gently and say, oh, duh, like, duh. Oh, okay, Tarot Illumination, I totally get it. It's almost like, what I'm sensing Norrin here is like there's Norrin doing his tarot stuff, and like everything that I just said here as Tarot Illumination from one reader to another, you already know this. Okay, you already know exactly everything that we just talked about here with this, and this. And all I'm suggesting here in this reading is that you might have forgotten for a while. You might have been dispensing so much that you've forgotten how to receive, or you've neglected yourself to receive. And that's okay. It's okay to be innocent. It's okay to realize that there's so much more to learn. There's so much more to express. There's so much more that you have to share. And in so doing, so much more to receive. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense to you? It's almost like a quest here, the quest for fuller desire, fuller understanding, fuller, let's say, experience of the energy of heaven in a way that you know. It's not just like you talking about it in a tarot reading to someone else, or reading about it in a book and doing your practices and yogas and kundalinis and training camps and meditation schools to get there. Okay, this is understanding that you're already on that path and you're already partly there, and it's always going to be a journey, but you're on that journey. And the way to handle it is accept that, even being a gifted tarot reader, you don't know everything all the time. And sometimes it's important for you to let's say, admit that there's so much more to learn, so much more to receive, that you might have been denying yourself in your own innocence without even meaning to, because you already know that it's important to receive love. It's just that you might have forgotten, and now it's time to admit that, oh, maybe I was a little bit more naive and innocent than I thought I was, even though I'm Norrin the reader. It's okay. It means it's like you have a chance now to evolve and grow to the next level. Okay? So I hope that made sense. I hope you get something out of it. I really, really do. Carrie, you're up next. Okay. I'm going to shuffle a little in a minute, and then I'm going to go back to this. First of all, we did 1, 2, 3 readings. We got one more to do. That's going to be Carrie H. Okay. Oh, hey, Tango Tango. To be honest, I'm probably not going to do. I'm probably not going to do any more readings after Carrie, and you know, so it's like I'm doing a lot of the reason I'm doing this show tonight is for self-healing. It's almost like I really shouldn't be doing the show, but the thought of me just sitting on my butt and watching my Netflix or taking a nap or having, an extra glass of wine to kind of numb myself along with the pain medications, I kept thinking, no, I want to hang out with my buddies. I love hanging out with you guys. And I wouldn't stop it for anything. This is one of the most joyful things in my life, is to do this little show with you. And I'm hoping over the coming years that we're going to be able to grow and advance together and get the technology lined up so that we can do this in a much more global and larger and more intimate setting, where we have a voice, where we can hold, let's say, basically like a webinar, where we have a theme for the evening, a theme for the show, and people can come to it like an event, and it'll be, let's just say, a much more professional operation, put it that way. Carrie, you're up next. We're going to shuffle a bit more. I just want to set this aside. A couple more things. Oh gosh, I should do. Let me just take advantage of the show, okay? Since we're all here. Sharon, thanks tonight. Somebody bought another little ticket tonight. I've shown you all about the Tarot Lumination silk scarf. I'm not going to do it tonight on tonight's show because I'm getting a little bit depressed. The first raffle that we ever did for a private reading, it sold out in 2 days, okay? And that's great, But I started the scarf raffle, the Tarot Illumination Silk Scarf raffle, a few weeks ago, and we've only sold like whatever it is, a fairly small number of tickets. And I can't really stop the thing now because there's no refunds. The tickets are super cheap, like $3, and then with the service charge, it's $4. But I have to sell like 50 or 60 tickets to make it all work. So there's. I guess we're going to have to make like a special show, Abby, excuse me, Abby, to promote the scarf. And so we'll get onto that, okay? But right now, the scarf raffle is going very, very slowly. And it's probably because I just haven't had the time and the energy to turn it into like a big event. I'm sorry about that, okay? So I just wanted to get that off my chest. Trying to get a lot of stuff off my chest at the moment because my chest still hurts from the, the so-called heart attack. Next, this is a really important one. Decisions. Okay, we're not done with it. We got one more reading to do here. Decisions. And it's kind of connected to this, love and healing. Many times when I'm doing private readings for people, or sometimes even in the public readings, the generals, the love and relationships, the singles, the word decisions comes out a lot. And guess what? A couple of weeks ago, Tarot Illumination was again extremely fortunate to have attracted a super high consciousness being, kind of like All Sun. Okay? And this super high conscious being, within a few minutes of our private reading, she let me know that she was a professional psychic medium. Whoa. Okay. You don't come across that every day. Okay. And I said, aha. So we're in good company here. This is going to be fun, fun, fun. This was at least a week before the heart attack, so I wasn't raging with anger at the time or anything. And it was just a lovely, fun evening. And she gave me some notes and things about stuff going on in my life from the afterlife, people who've passed on in my world who had things to say to me. And of course, it was very jolly and I was very grateful. And I'm hoping I get this story right. I'm not sure if I've got the right person, the right people lined up. Uh, but if this is the right person, I seem to recall that she told me she was also a scientist, very like super advanced brainiac kind of scientist. And her next step in her growth was going to get like a PhD or a master's or whatever it was in the science of decisions. And as soon as she told me that, I went, oh, wow, because that's a very, very important phenomenon in the world of Terra Lumination and how the energy of love and healing is allowed to move around and flow in nature, in life, in our bodies, in our world. The energy of decisions. So I asked her to explain some more, the energy of decisions. And so I told her, first of all, that my understanding is that decisions are fundamental to how our life manifests. You know, thousands of decisions every day. They add up to what we call life or fate or destiny. And every time you don't make decisions, things happen to you. So it feels very, very fated. So the more and more and more you take on the courage to make decisions, the more and more you become a participant in your own life. And I kind of told her stuff like this, and she concurred with me. And I made me feel very, very safe and confident that I wasn't a total nutcase. And so she shared this energy with me, and it was very, very beautiful to learn this and understand this. And that I didn't no idea that there was a science of decisions. Apparently, it's very advanced stuff, you know, for people who are way advanced, like in computer languages and stuff, like what they use for planning military operations. And her goal, I believe, again, please forgive me if I'm not talking about the right person, but her goal was to use and study the science of decisions so that when it comes to global disasters, you know, hurricanes, fires, floods, tsunamis, and all that stuff, where millions of decisions have to be made very, very rapidly about how to deploy resources. Oh, like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do now? Here's a decision. Oh my gosh, how are we going to stop the water? Oh my gosh, where are we going to set up all the rescue tents? Oh my gosh, where are we going to get sandbags? Oh my gosh, how are we going to get fresh, clean water to these people? Oh my gosh, how are we going to pay for all the air transport? How are we going to start the fundraising campaign through the Red Cross? Millions of decisions. And so she is studying that to make it more efficient when it comes to disaster management. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing what people do with their lives and how they choose to get the energy of love and healing to flow? It's a decision. You get it? Do you see the connection between decisions and love and healing? It's a decision. You make the decision. You make the decision to open the faucet, to let the energy flow outward so that you can be loving. And then hopefully, if someone else turns on the faucet and allows the love to flow to you, then you can accept the love and you don't run away when the love comes to you. And that's a decision. Like we were talking about with Narin earlier. Narin might be a person. Narin's a human being. He has his shadow side and light side, just like all of us. He might be a real expert at giving and sharing his gift, but he might be, you know, with the little page of wands there, realizing there's so much more to learn when it comes to receiving love, receiving the energy of heaven, receiving the healing power of love, because the beauty of love, it is the ultimate medicine. It doesn't matter what happens out there in the rest of the world. Once you love and once you are loved and once you know what it's like to truly be loved, you're indestructible. Your body could be blown into 1,000 pieces, but your heart and your spirit and your soul are like this, okay? That happens in war a lot. People are blown to smithereens and then they reconvene in another life, you know, past lives, future lives, present lives, and all that. But either way, I wanted to connect this subject matter here, decisions, that we talked about extensively with this wonderful client. She was an actual client of Terra Lumination, but she shared so much with me that I learned a tremendous amount with her. And I made a very clear uh, correlation between the energy of decisions and how it affects the healing power of love. And guess what's next, people? Now I am going to do a tiny little bit of selfless, shameless promotion. This is the little book. It's already written, okay, mostly. And it is here in a manuscript format, okay? This is a little book. It's called Love and Healing, a little book about the healing power of love. And it's like a storybook, okay? And it has all this stuff in it. And it's told in such a way that a child can read it, a mother can read it to a child, a father can read it to a son, a grandmother can read it to her stepchildren, or you can read it to yourself and you can adopt the characters and you could become whatever character you want. But when it gets deep into it here, we really touch on the energy of decisions, decisions, and how the energy of decisions is loaded with risk. And that's why people are so scared to make decisions. I want to make another doodle just quickly, and then we'll go on to Carrie. You know, when we do the general report readings, and it goes like this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And we get that heart shape, okay? You know that? Okay? That's what we do in the general reports. And it's deliberate. It's deliberate. Okay? This is the heart journey of the heart spread that I like to do. Now, this is the card here that I'm talking about. Decisions. Okay? Because this is when it gets scary. This is when you realize in your full consciousness that every waking moment you're making decisions. And so what are these decisions? What are you deciding to do or not to do? Are you deciding this or that? Are you deciding not to decide? It doesn't matter. But whatever you decide, it always activates or deactivates to one degree or another the healing power of love. Okay? What kind of decisions are you going to make? What is the most loving decision that you can make for yourself right now, right here and now? Because that's the most loving thing you can do for the rest of the world. It's love you first. What is the most loving decision that you can make right now? And how are you going to make that happen in such a way that it's most effective for yourself, which is ultimately the most effective for others? And that is a very tough decision to make. Sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes we like to outsource our decisions or distract ourselves from our decisions. But when we embrace the energy of decisions and we own it and we love it and we cherish our opportunities to make decisions, then we can activate the energy of love, and healing uh, incrementally, little tiny steps at a time. Like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I deserve an extra cup of ice cream today because I feel so miserable, and a little scoop of ice cream will work. Oh, it could be something else. You know what? I really need to go and visit my friend at so-and-so's because they're really miserable right now, and I love them very much. I don't have any money left, and I might even have to like put a tank of gas on my credit card, and I'm going to be really PO'd about that, but I'm going to do it anyway because I love my buddy. Okay? And then maybe one day that'll come back to you. So your love is as love does. And so when you activate the healing power of love. It's like you are extending yourself above and beyond your comfort zone in order for the spiritual advancement of yourself and the healing of yourself and others. Okay. So that's the thing I wanted to get at about decisions here, and how it's a very, very deeply, um, it's almost like secretly written into the story, love and healing. Okay. So hopefully one day we'll get this published and you can see what we're talking about here. All right. So, okay. All right. Let's do this. Carrie, are you up? You up for it? I hope you're still here. I think it's Carrie Hilton, right? I know I'm missing some names. I'm sorry if it's very, very late for you guys. We're going to wrap up the show fairly soon. After Carrie, I think that's probably all I can handle. Is that it? Yeah. I think, Carrie, you're the one with the birthday, aren't you? I'm sorry. Yeah, if it's very late and you got to go to bed, I understand. It's okay. We'll hopefully do this next week, another night for Terra Illumination Sunday Night Live. Okay, Carrie, you're up. All right, Carrie. Yes, Lena. The Terra Illumination email is working now. Yes, I forgot to tell you guys. Well, I did. I made a little tiny video, but yeah, Terra Illumination is back open for communications. If you need to reach Terra Illumination, you can go to terraillumination.com, and there's a place there to connect. Okay? All right, Carrie. Carrie, you're up. Carrie, I believe you said today is your birthday, so congratulations. All right. Liz, if you got to go, good night. It's been a pleasure having you here. All right. Carrie, Carrie, Carrie. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. All right, Carrie? Now, this is not a love reading or anything. We're just going like broad and spiritual, okay? Circumstantial energy, it's like the weather. You, Carrie, are going to make the best of it no matter what. And you have you have the Empress, okay? So it's almost like, it feels to me, it's like a tap, a very, very gentle tap on the shoulder. It's almost like, my feeling is like this is, it's like royalty. Somebody really high up. It's not just like they've noticed you; they're aware of you, and they're just like saying, it's almost like, knock, 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 Carrie. Dear Carrie, excuse us. Circumstantial evidence. We're just trying to like give you the general vibe out here right now that it's okay to be your most gorgeous, awesome self. In fact, as your angels, we don't want to rub it in your face, but our feelings are kind of hurt when you don't do this, because Carrie, we are angels, and we want you to know that you're an extension of heaven. You are literally like a representative. Okay, it's like your obligation, right, and duty and responsibility to be the most gorgeous, awesome person you can be, and totally, utterly shameless about it. It doesn't mean you become like this completely narcissistic, in your face, arrogant, I am the most gorgeous person in the planet type of thing. It's just, you can be totally calm and centered in your own beauty, your own wonder, your own abilities to manifest and be you, and enjoy it in the most delicious ways imaginable. Okay, this is circumstantial, and I feel that this is just a hint. I feel it's like your angels are trying to give you a very, very tiny hint about something very big and very important, if that makes sense. because they don't want to shove this down your throat. They understand that it's up to you. You have to make the decisions to be all of this. Okay. You might be very, very shy. Okay. And you might deep down know that you have a lot of very delicious, desirable qualities. And it's just that you might be hoarding them or have kept them to yourself. You might be so shy about who you are that you're scared of being all this. Okay. But all this card here is saying that it's okay. It's okay to be like this. It's okay. Wow. Okay. So with the Justice here, I don't want to turn this into a personal people kind of reading. We've got two people already in the cards, and they're major arcana. And so it might feel for you, Carrie, as though certain things are happening in your life, in your world right now that are kind of like, you know, above and beyond your control. It's almost like, wait a minute, what's happening? What the heck is going on in my life right now? If it's your birthday, that would, it's okay because you're starting a whole new solar cycle, and everything that just happened till now is kind of done. It's history, and you're now left in a very brand new moon Scorpio energy vortex of like, what the bleep am I going to do now? Okay. Often, what happens on a person's birthday for anything from like 6 weeks to 3 weeks to 2 weeks to a week beforehand, things can get really weird where your energy is going through your solar 12th house, where everything that needs to be revealed in order for healing is becoming under close scrutiny. It's lit up and you can't avoid it. It happens every year. So sometimes a lot of people feel very uncomfortable heading up into their birthday, and then it becomes disorienting on their birthday. And you're supposed to be deliriously happy and go, yay, I made it for the next year. But it can be very confounding as well. And it might feel like with the situation here with the Justice card is that, it's almost like, well, almost like I told you so. Like there's Carrie H. I think Carrie Hilton, is it? Carrie Hilton, there you are, living your life, and this stuff is happening around you. It's just like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Like, other people are making really big, important decisions in which I apparently have no say. I want to make important decisions. I want to have my say in things. I want things to come into like karmic balance, so to speak. And so that might be a situation. You might be in a situation right now, Carrie, where let's say your full-on capacity, your full-on capabilities to be your own most yummy, awesome self are or have been outsourced to others, other people or circumstances or situations where you feel like someone else is calling the shots here, like lawyers, friends, families, employers, employees, children, circumstances, fate is making these important decisions for you. And of course, that's not really, well, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but if you really want to sort of maximize who you are, it's really important to like own this so that you make the big decisions for you. Okay. And so what's the challenge with all of that? Okay. Scared. It's almost like scared of like, what happens if I do make the really big important decisions that I feel that I want to do, or that maybe I feel like I should do in order to be who I really am and who I really want to be? What happens if I make the wrong decision? Uh-oh. It could be to do with the relationship. Have I made the right decision to be with the right people at the right time for the right reasons? And if not, uh-oh. Like, some people make the biggest, most important decisions in their lives when they're doing things like buying a car, buying a house, getting married, getting divorced, because sometimes people get married and it's all supposed to be really, really wonderful and splendid. And they realize, like later on, as time goes on, it might have been one of the worst decisions they've ever made in their whole life. Okay, that's how big a deal it is. That's how important it is with the energy of decisions. Surround yourself with talent. But sometimes we allow decisions to be made for us, okay? And that's that's lack of self-love. I'm not trying to judge you or condemn you here, Carrie. It's just that It takes a tremendous amount of courage to take ownership of the decision-making process so that you don't have to end up like this. Now, with the Five of Pentacles here in the challenge position, it's like the fear of being rejected, the fear of being left out, the fear of being lost and confounded and impoverished in body, mind, heart, and soul, all of it, some way or another, possibly very, very contingent on another person. Okay, so that's a big challenge. So how are we going to deal with that? Oh, whew, whoa. Okay, this card came up twice tonight. I think it's something to do with the fact that we're sort of leaning into this energy about love and healing, the healing power of love. My feeling here is that I want to make this into a very self-centered reading, not in a selfish, like egoic way, but very much about you, Carrie, where it's really, really, really time now to make the big decision to love you first in the purest, simplest ways. And it might be like, there might be like so much to learn about this phenomenon, the process about how you, I'm going to go back to this picture. For some reason, I feel compelled to go back to this. So that every time you make really, really important decisions, or every time you, let's say, abdicate your right and duty and responsibility to make decisions that you know are your decisions to make, but you're scared of the risk, then you make the courageous decision to make the decision. And that's very hard to do. And the reason it's so hard to do is because sometimes we don't love ourselves enough. We don't love ourselves at all. And my feeling here with the Two of Cups is that the way to handle your situation, if you are deeply challenged in like the ability to be really who you are and manifest who you are and love in the way that you would like to have in your life, the way is to live as if. In other words, fake it till you make it. In other words, if you really don't know true love, if you don't know what it is, but if this is what you want and you feel that you deserve, then it's like you have to start with an invocation, okay? And the little invocation, this is going to relate directly to love. I'm not talking about money here, because you can feel very impoverished in money, but if you're impoverished in love, that can feel even worse. So with this little card, I would basically start to brainwash myself and say how you have the right to love yourself first and foremost, and above and beyond that, where you could say to yourself in the mirror, I am worthy. I am worthy, like you loving yourself here. I know this is typically a love and relationship card, but I think this is very much about you loving yourself. I am worthy. I am deserving. I am open to receive. I am ready. I am willing. I am able to receive. What is it you're ready, willing, and able to receive? What is it you are worthy, deserving, and open to receive? It's love. It's not love from someone else, not love that you go and get. It's love that you owe yourself. Okay? That's what I'm feeling here for you, Carrie. It's time to love you first in the simplest ways possible. Start from scratch, absolutely from scratch if you have to. We can follow up on this later if you want to, but I think it's very, very simple, because if you're not making the decisions that need to be made, then it's almost inevitable that the really big decisions are going to be made for you as though it was fated and just and accordance. And it might end up, yeah, where you could be challenged and feeling left out and impoverished simply because you might have abdicated the decision-making process, or you might have been too frightened to make the big decisions that need to be made. But don't worry about it. It can be taught. It can be learned, okay? You start with brainwashing yourself, living as if. Okay, I've talked enough. Thanks, Carrie. Thank you so much. I hope you got something out of it, all right? All right? Let's leave it at that. Thank you, everybody, for the for letting me do these little readings for you. I wish I could do a lot more, but I'm kind of a little bit pooped out. I saw something else come up on the screen. I don't know what it was. One of those big colorful, maybe it was a super chat thing. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to play another little song, and then I'm going to hijack an invocation from a while ago. Okay, I hope you don't mind. Stay there. Writing well. I'm going to do fine. Get up and dance. 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 Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Yeah, shake it out. Thanks, Carrie. Thanks, Carrie. Hey, Monica, tell me about that later. Tell me later, Monica, about the bees. Shake it out, 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 Well, I needed to get that out of me. Yeah, I saw a couple little snippets on the screen. Thanksgiving's coming up. You know, it's when we all gather around with our families and friends and dear loved ones, and we celebrate, you know, the goodness of life and the fact that we're alive and we're reaping the harvest of our hard work, and we accept each other as we are. Okay, maybe we'll have a little Thanksgiving thing here. We might have 5 people or something show up. But in case you're lonely and you don't have anywhere to go, we might put up a little show on Thursday night. Okay, well, think about that. I'm going to come back to this song in a moment. I'd like to do something kind of special now, if you don't mind. First of all, I need a little beverage. Bear with me. Excuse me, hold on. I just got to fill this with cranberry juice. You know that stuff, don't you? I love my cranberry juice. It kind of keeps me, keeps me fit. Cheers, everybody. What I want to do now is I'm a little scared about doing these things, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Um, because I get a lot of prompting to do this stuff. It's very, very private stuff because I do this anyway just to try and keep my own life going, because my life is tends to be very, let's say, fragile. And I'm very aware of the energy of time and the energy of physical frailties, because that's just how I'm built as a person. So what I wanted to do was take advantage of the situation here tonight and read a little invocation that we used, I don't know, a few weeks ago for the new moon. And I never had time to write one especially for this moon, but a lot of the energies are the same for any invocation anyway. It's almost like for any new moon we could do this. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, and I'm going to read from it. The last time we did this, I had it all pinned up on my office board so I could read it, but I'm going to read it to you live now, okay? Monica, I know a lot of you have to go. So if you gotta go, and we'll catch you later, catch you another week, another time, okay? Meanwhile, I'm gonna put up a few more candles here. Give me a moment. Just to celebrate the evening, make the best of it before we kind of like wind it up for the week and call it quits, you know? I wanna do some more candlelight here. So we can all feel as though we had like a proper ending to the day. Do something like this. I just want to swap these out a little bit. Oh, so Precious is holding an after party? Cool. Hey. All right. So I'm just going to read this because I was going to read this to myself before going to bed tonight anyway. It's very late for everybody. I know that. It's also very late for Tarot Illumination. But I'm going to read this, okay? So please bear with me. It'll only take a few minutes. And I hope you like it. It goes like this. So, I mean, you don't have to join in if you don't want to, but for anybody who wants to join in, I'd like to ask you to imagine you're at the Tarot Illumination campfire, and it's a very beautiful evening, and all the logs are on the fire. We've used up all the logs. Most of the big flames are gone, and we're just down to some big, heavy, glowing red embers, and everybody's toasty warm. The sky is very beautiful, and we've all shared a lot with ourselves and each other. You know, readers are here. Readers have been reading for readers, and readers on the chat are meeting people and helping each other. And we're spreading the healing power of love by deliberate decision making. Okay? And so I would ask that whoever feels inclined, just imagine and pretend, in fact, more than that, actually visualize it, that you're hand in hand with your loved ones. Please consider all of us here your loved ones, and just cherish each other like we would do, like a parent with their little baby, like a neighbor with a neighbor, like lovers with lovers, like a loving husband and loving wife. They just hold your hands, and so much energy moves through your hands anyway. You might as well take advantage of it. So I know it's very awkward sometimes when you people are invited to hold hands. I know I feel that myself, but I am going to ask you anyway. Please um, visualize that you're holding hands with each other if you want to. If you don't want to, step back and just enjoy the experience anyway. But for those who want to, please step in and hold hands and imagine that um, when the words come out of the Tarot Lumination mouth, it's like yours too, so we can share all this together. Okay, here we go. It's an invocation for the new moon so that we can all make the best of it. Hold on, bear with me. This is a little invocation. It's for the new moon, and we're just hijacking it from the last time we used it a few months ago. It goes like this. Dear angels, dear creator, dear energy of heaven, dear heavenly beings, we ask to be guided and protected in our new journey unfolding from this moment. We ask for your angelic presence. We ask for your angelic presence even if we are not aware of your presence. We ask for your presence even if we do not believe in you. We ask for your presence anyway. We ask that whatever is ours comes to us. We ask that whatever is not ours moves away. We understand that whatever is ours or not ours may be in the form of relationships, jobs, rewards, debts, obligations, new awareness, love, affection, consideration, respect, and balance, and more. We ask that what is ours comes to us. We ask that what is not ours moves away. We ask for a balancing and a harmonizing in all these forms and more, whatever they may be to us and to our others and our loved ones. We ask that we have the grace and humility to surrender and release that which is not ours or not ours anymore. We ask that we have the grace and humility to accept and embrace that which is ours and that which is coming to us. We ask that we love what is ours and that we bless that which is not ours. We ask that over this time period, basically for the next lunar cycle, about 4 weeks, we ask that we maintain and uphold our own unique sovereignty of self, while at the same time allowing for the unique and sovereign self of our others, our friends, our families, our loved ones, our partners. We also ask for all the inspiration and opportunity and courage that we need to be made known to us clearly so that we make the very best of these prevailing conditions for our own sakes and for the sakes of our loved ones too. We also ask for any deeply buried wounds and sufferings and ways of self-undoing to be made known to us, to be revealed to us in gentle ways, but also definitive ways, so that we may apply and allow the healing power of love to begin the processes of deep healing that we all need, from the depths of our souls to the very front lines of our day-to-day lives, all of it. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our bodies from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our minds from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our hearts from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our souls from up above. We ask all this on the understanding that much healing can begin under these prevailing conditions, especially in the context of our most significant relationships, all for the ultimate greater good of ourselves and our loved ones. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our relationships from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our loved ones from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our homes from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our lives from up above. We ask that we have the grace and humility to accept the good will of heaven as it moves into and through our lives by our own invocation, by our invitation. And I'm going to add the word by our conscious decisions. We thank you, dear angels, dear guardian angels, dear blessed beings from, let's say, the great beyond, and also all the significant others in our lives. We thank you for the healing power of love as it moves into and through our lives. We thank you for listening. So it is spoken, so it is done. Blessings to us all. Blessings from Terra Illumination to you all. And I accept all your loving, loving, kind blessings and comments coming to Terra Illumination. You guys are wonderful. Obviously, the show wouldn't exist without you. When it says here, we thank you for the healing power of love as it moves into and through our lives, I would like to extend my thanks to all the first responders, all the caregivers, all the doctors, in my situation personally, but this is for the world and this is for you guys too. The people who take care of us, the people for whom you take care, the firemen who took care of me, the 6 firemen who took care of me, the dozens of doctors who took care of me at the first hospital, the dozens of doctors and nurses who took care of me at the second hospital, and my friends for helping me to come out of the hospital, and for all of you guys for the support that you give to Terra Illumination through your love. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And I bless you. I truly, truly bless you. You are a gift to my life and my world. Okay? Thank you. Hey, Mikey, what's up, man? I just saw your name pop up on the screen. Hey, woohoo! By the way, we're making the best of the show tonight. Mikey is an amazing music producer, folks. Produces pop music that goes all over the world. So there you go. And we've started a conversation. We don't know where it's going to go, but we've got a conversation. And as you folks have probably figured out, music and songs are a very, very, very important part of Terra Illumination. It's not just Sunday Night Live. There's a whole little section on the channel called like a songs playlist. And we have a few songs there. And what I realized, I have to tell you, now we're here, because of all the damage with my nerves and my spine, it goes through my chest and my heart and through my shoulder and my arm and my armpit, all the way down here, right to the very tips of my fingers, and I feel it. And I'm left-handed by nature, although I do play a right-handed guitar, and I play other instruments as though I was right-handed. But it's a very awakening to realize that this section of my body is now in mechanical jeopardy because of the damage. And so one of the things that really, really shook me during the last week or so with this heart attack and things and being in the hospital was the shocking fear that my left arm and hands might not work properly, to make it very hard to shuffle cards, very hard to play guitar, and very hard to write things on the computer. So I'm very grateful to have this part of my body still working And I've already made invocations for the healing power of love to flow into my life so that I can find healing, self-healing, and the healers, the professional healers that I need to help me work on my physical body, the mechanical parts of my body that need healing in order to bring relief to this part of the body, my chest, my heart, and my left arm, and my neck and my head. I forgot about that. So you guys are awesome. I just saw something from Favorite. Yay. It is group healing. This is very, very much about group healing. I feel that I receive a lot of healing energy from you guys. And I love to extend as much as I can for the healing power of love. Whatever I can get to move through me, I do whatever I can to spread it out there. I just consider myself a faucet. So all I do is try to make sure that the plumbing works and I can keep the energy flowing, keep the energy moving so that the healing power of love moves ever outwards, ever stronger in a bigger, stronger current for your satisfaction, because that's how I get my satisfaction. Okay? So cheers to you guys. Cheers to all of you. I'm glad you stayed here and listened to the little invocation. And it's been a blessed evening. I'm going to play the fighting song again because it really cheered me up. And then I'm going to start to unwind and slowly say goodnight to you guys. And oh, you want to hear the blue song? Oh, the blue light. Yes, of course. What did you're a genius? Why didn't I think of that? Give me a moment. Hold on. Here it is, MP4 file. Oh, sorry, it's coming out of the computer. Hold on, I gotta find the song first. I don't know where it is. Actually, I don't think it's on a file format that I can. Hold on, let me just check something. Stay there, people. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. No, 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 no. I think I'm screwing up. You guys are awesome. Pee on my foot. What's that? What are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? Hold on. Oh, it's not. I can't play it. I'm gonna have to figure out another way to play it. So I'm sorry about that. I know it's. I don't have it in the format that would come up. That'll play on my player. Isn't that weird? I'm sorry. Um. Anyway. I'm just gonna play the little ether song. Okay. Um. I'm just gonna play this one. Through the ether. Laying up and around in our mountains, in our seas and our forests, with all of our stones, exploring one another, pushing our boundaries like new lovers. And you comfort me through the ether, and you tell me, I can tell that you're worried about me, and you assure me through the ether that we're okay, everything is gonna be okay. And you're holding my hand all the way. Our innocence is becoming so apparent in our magnificence at the same time too. With your permission and our shared ambition, get the chance to discover our truth. Chorus, sing along. Can you comfort me through the ether? Can you tell me? I can tell that you're worried about me. Can you assure me through the ether that we're okay? Everything is gonna be okay. That you're holding my hand all the way. That you're holding my hand, holding my hand all the way. Holding my hand all the way. Holding my hand all the way. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, people. Stay there. Stay there. Don't go away. Don't go away. What was that? There's another tarot person here. Look, did you see that? Somewhere in time. I've seen you. I know you're a tarot. Aren't you a tarot person? Aren't you kind of like Norin? You do what Norin does, right? So anyway, I forgot. I probably missed a lot of people. I'm sorry. Sorry if I missed you guys. People are writing in Spanish right now. I have no idea what's going on the screen because I don't know how to read or speak or write Spanish. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say thank you somewhere in time for showing up. And that's great. And where's Norin? Thank you for showing up. I only did 4 readings tonight. I'm sorry. I usually like to do 10 or 15 if I can. It's just that I'm a little bit wiped out. And so I'm trying to like, just have a bit of fun, take it easy, have a much more like relaxed evening and stuff. There is a little songs playlist on the Terra Lumination channel. And we just put up that song. It's called The Blue Light. And it's a really cute little song. And it's about auras. So if all sun, if you're still here, you might relate to it. And it's a song that it was written in order to pay homage and respect to a person who had a very profound impact on my life and brought healing into my life and world in a life and death situation. And so it's like a little song of tribute, and it's called the Blue Light Song. So if ever you get bored one night, there's a little song on the channel, and it's called The Blue Light. Okay. Also, if you're interested, everybody, there is a new story on the channel, and it's called What's That Sound? And I'm not going to give it away. I know some of you have seen the story already. You've already listened to it. But if I just give you one tiny hint, it'll ruin the story. So all I can suggest is that you go to the channel, you go to the songs playlist, and it's called What's That Sound? Okay? And then if you get bored one day on a bus or a train or at the bus stop or in the office, and you just want to trip out and do something totally weird, just listen to that little story. I think it's about a half an hour, just enough to fill a little gap in your time. Okay. So let me go back. I want to end up with a fighting note here. I want to go back to the fighting song and get out of here with fighting spirit. Okay. What's it called? It's called Fighting Well. And when I play this song, I want you to imagine you're kind of at a big concert with 50,000 people, and it's a huge stage. And we all know each other very, very well. And we decided, then we're just gonna have a freaking Terra Illumination party. And so we're gonna have the band. It's gonna be the band is called, we don't have the band, the people that aren't there yet, but it's called Terra Illumination Love Tribe. Okay. Thank you very much, Abby. Terra Illumination Love Tribe. And it's gonna be a big band. Have you ever heard of a band called Empire of the Sun? Imagine like a band like that. Now, I can't do that stuff. I don't have fancy costumes, and my body is very fragile, but I can kind of move around and things. But you know the whole concept of surround yourself with talent. You know what we're talking about here? Doing stuff through, you know, our global community, which is what we're doing now. And let's just say we figure out a way to make it into a really proper show with a proper event, with proper tickets and proper merchandise and a proper location, and it's super big. And the show is for Terra Illumination Love Tribe, and we're going to have thousands of people there. And it's going to be awesome. And we're going to just dance and jump around, and that's how we're going to heal ourselves. Because it's very, very important. My own personal self-healing practices is very physical. It's very, very, very physical, but it's very strange. And I have not shared it with anybody. And it's something that I had to develop myself because of my physical limitations. But it really helps to keep the physical body of Terra Illumination going. So in that context, I'm going to play the song again and just pretend you're in the mosh pit, or you're in the nosebleeder seats, and you've just decided, screw this, I'm just going to jump and dance around. I'm going to shake out. Like, even if you're in a wheelchair, you're going to get your personal assistant to shake and rattle that wheelchair for you. You're going to get that person to hold on to you and get that vibrational energy healing going into and through your body. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. So hang in. Jump around the campfire, everybody. Hold hands. Jump around the campfire. 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 Oh, God. That was fantastic, you guys. You guys. Yeah, it's so much fun here dancing with you guys. And I'm just trying to like let it out of my system now. And look, there's another tarot reader here in the house tonight. There's somewhere in and there's Empath Soul Tarot, and there's Narin, and where's the other guy? Where's there's Favorite, where's Favorite? And then eh, uh Path Traveler. You know, Path Traveler is a hypersensitive as well. By the way, I would like to introduce everybody to Path Traveler. If you want to all shake hands, I don't know if he's still here, but he's hypersensitive and he's able to counsel people with matters of the heart and psychic readings and things. Now, who was the other? Lena. Lena, I want to thank you. You've been so supportive. You've got a big heart, Lena. And I really want to thank you for about the story about what's that sound. I didn't mean to make people cry or upset people, but it's a true story. You can't make up a story like that, okay? I just wanted to say that, okay? Primary, I hope things get well and work out for you, and you too, Lady D, and all the Scorpios, actually for everybody, okay? I don't know who else was readers here. I probably missed a few names, and I'm sorry about that. But, anyway, I just wanted to say thank you, everybody. Cheers, cheers, cheers for basically helping Terra Lumination to get the healing power of love to flow just a little bit better. It's almost like we've kind of got one of those, chain gangs going. Like Terra Lumination Love Tribe is just a bunch of people who are rolling their sleeves up. You know, we're literally rolling up our sleeves and we're getting out there down in the dirt, down in the trenches, removing all the obstacles, cleaning up all the goop that stops the healing power of love from flowing. Get it? Get it? Okay? It's there. You see, the energy's there. The thing is getting it to flow, allowing it to flow, being willing to receive it when it is flowing. Aha. Aha. Gotcha on that one, right? So, I like your gangster language, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey. I'm going to play this one again, and then I'm going to start to close it out and do it again. So here we go. Hold on. Okay, just want to get you in the mindset, in the groove. If you have to, just close your eyes and get yourself into that place. where, you know, at some point in life, probably every single one of you who's still at the show now, you probably went to a pub or a bar or a concert or a stadium where you had your most favorite awesome band and you just went absolutely ballistic, berserk, jumping around, dancing around, and it sounded so big that your stomach was shaking. I want all of that for you now. I know it requires a huge leap of imagination, but I'm asking that for you now. And pretend that this is all, you know, it's been released on, I don't know, a huge record label. And there's like some awesome Terra Lumination Love Tribe dancers, and they've rehearsed everything, and they've got all these crazy cool self-healing moves going on, and it's got one of those big wide screens where all the dancers can be seen, you know, on a huge screen for the people in the seats way at the back. And there's like live interaction like we do on Sunday Night Live. And then a little Terra Illumination comes out and does his thing, uh, moves around, kind of just jiggles a little bit, but the whole show is really about all the dancers and the moving and the audience, and everybody turns into this pulsing, pulsing, pulsing thing full of the healing power of love. And it just turns into the Terra Illumination Love Tribe, and you just live it out. Live it by example, fake it till you make it, until it just becomes just another thing to do. You know, oh, yeah, that's just what we do. You know, that's just what we do. You know, that's who we are. That's what we do. You know, we just spread the healing power of love. Thank you very much. Oh, so what do you do? Oh, you're in movies. Oh, you're in logistics. Oh, wow, you're in healthcare. Wow, that's so cool. Oh, thanks. So let's hook up again later on. Cool. Have you got my business card? I'll give you my business card. Okay. Are you a member? Of what? Oh, Terra Illumination Love Tribe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm an honorary member. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Man, I'm wiped out, man. I was really shaking it back here, I gotta tell you. I think we just need something sweet and kind and gentle to say goodnight and leave everybody chill, okay? Okay? Something really kind and sweet. Okay. If you wish for a simple miracle, if you wish you can have one right away, all you need is faith, is the will. Ask for it and it will come to you today. Hey, hey, I want you to be oh so happy. Yeah. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. La da 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 da. And if you wish to be in this state of grace, ask for it and it will meet you face to face. And if you wish, if you dare to dream, you will find that it's easier than it seems. Hey, hey, I want you to feel so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah, I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Oh. Da, 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 da. Good night somewhere in time. Good night somewhere in time. Thank you so much. Thanks, Mikey. Catch up soon. I want you to be so happy. Yeah. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die loving. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams today. Oh my God. I don't know what to I'm still feeling a bit kind of loopy. And um, hold on a second. I just want to show you something. Empath, hey, empath. Hey, empath Soul Tarot. Thanks for thanks for visiting. It's been super lovely to have you here, Victoria. Um, so yeah, Victoria, we'll see you again. Okay, and the other readers too. Hang out. It's super fun. Love having all you guys here. It's super super fun, and we'll do this again. Um, uh, hold on, stay there. You know, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to play this song again because it's making me feel all nice and really soft and woozy. And it's very late at night and everyone's gone to bed. You're going to bed and you've got a new week ahead. So I'm just going to play it again because I can't figure out what else to play right now. And the song that I want to play to you, I can't play it anyway. So I'm just going to play this one again, and we'll call it quits, and we'll have a proper good night and goodbye. Um, Alrighty, so stay there. Okay. Thanks everybody for showing up. If you wish for a simple miracle, if you wish, you can have one right away. All you need is some faith, is the will. Ask for it, and it will come to you today. I want you to be oh so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams, taste your dreams. Taste your dreams, taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Da 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 da. La da 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 da. And if you wish to be in this state of grace, ask for it, and it will meet you face to face. And if you wish, if you dare to dream, you will find that it's easier than it seems. Hey, hey, I want you to be oh so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah, I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah, now. Da 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 da. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. Oh, la da 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 da. Oh, yeah, I want you to be so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah, I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams, taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams today. Okay, okay. I'm going to let the song roll again, and I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Just to chill out gently. I should probably stop right now, but I'm having problems disconnecting, so I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to play it quietly in the back. You wish for a simple miracle. If you wish, you can have one right away. Thank you for all you lovely, like, high sensory beings coming to the show. The tarot readers, the psychic mediums, the aura readers, the intuitives, the empaths. I love you all. You have a tremendous gift. You have a tremendous responsibility to share this gift, to propagate the healing power of love. Okay? It's it's a beautiful thing to do, but it is work. It is a responsibility. And I think you guys are here for a reason. And I think Tarot Illumination is simply a portal for bringing us all together. That's all it is, I think. And then it just grows from there. Okay? So thank you very much. And especially, you know who you are. The people who've been so supportive and continue to be more and more supportive day in, day out. Thanks for all the subscribers, all the likes and the comments and everything. I know that I should be doing a lot more to do, like, promotions and marketing and flashy cool stuff, but this is what we've got for now. We're making do with what we have, okay? And we've got something very special. We have the healing power of love. We are messengers. We are conduits. We are instruments of the healing power of love. So don't ever forget that, okay? It's the Tarot Illumination Love Tribe. You're part of the tribe now. You can't get out of it. Once you're in, there's no going back. Okay? I want you to be so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams today. Good night to everybody. It's been a true pleasure. So thank you again, and we'll do this again soon, okay? Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. Okay. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Give everybody, each other, a big love hug. And I'm certainly, definitely picking it up from you guys. And all I'm doing is recycling it back out to you guys. It's like an amplifier. Okay. That's what we do here. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Lena. Bye, Somewhere in Time. Bye, Mikey. Bye, Victoria. All of you. Super bye-bye. Good night, All Sun. Good night, Abby. Good night, Primary. Good night, Favorite. You've been lovely. Big loopy hugs, yeah. One day you might get a certificate. Tarot Illumination actually does issue certificates of loopy lunas. There's only one being issued so far, and it's probably all it will ever be, but we might be able to have let's say, a certification program. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, good night. Thank you very, very much. Good night, little Cap. Good night, Delia. Good night, Victoria. Good night, so, so much. Love you guys so, so much. All right. Bye bye. Good night, Olson. Good night, Guada. You were the first here, first in, last out. There's a pub in England. It's called the First In, Last Out. Okay? Okay? Right. Good night.